You know, what's really strange is, like, I never wear a pocket tee, and we're both wearing... Is that a pocket tee?
Mm-hmm.
Very psychedelic, dude.
It's a Mountain Wolf pocket tee.
I know. Dude, it's one of a kind, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the only one that exists.
It's the only one. You know what I'm saying? It's like a goose for your newsie, dude. Oh, shit.
I almost just fell out of my
I actually need another beer. This one's pretty much empty. So
All right, let's take a break and get a beer. Yeah, welcome to the show. Let's take a break.
If anything, dude, it's perfect. Because you know why?
Because it doesn't matter.
What matters
Exactly.
now, dude? Nothing. Dude.
All that
Everything
matters.
sucks.
All that matters is that nobody got hurt during that fire.
That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah. Sailor catches on fire during service. I'm there. Tucker, friend of the show's there. And it was intense. I mean, like the building caught on fire.
Yeah.
They're going to be out of business for about a year. Tucker and I were sitting there waiting for and it's weird because it was a Wednesday night. I usually don't go on Wednesdays. I go on Tuesdays for Taco Tuesdays.
Right.
I get there Wednesday night. Lorenzo's upstairs in the kitchen. Dan's working downstairs. I go in. I give Dan daps. I look at him. I was like, my girl upstairs? He goes, yeah. And I was like, I'm going to go make out with her, bro. And he looks at me and he goes, that better be it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to fuck. It's going to be hot in here.
It's going to be hot. Dude.
So we go up. I give her a big old smooch. Go back downstairs. Tuck gets there.
Flicked my cigarette. And next thing you know,
No,
this fucker's
but that's what happened.
What?
That's what happened. I don't know if that's exactly what I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. But the official report is improperly discarded smoking materials.
No smoking, hon.
That's what I've been saying.
I've been saying it for... I've been getting kicked out of the Camden Yards for years.
Oh,
Jesus, get something right, man.
So I go back downstairs. Tucker was like, he texted me, he was like, quick oyster adventure, in and out, 15 minutes.
Right.
2 Pilsners, 2 dozen oysters, in and out. Be home by 9. And I was like, I was going out to Lunis's the next night. So I was like, bro, I can't be blowing my Lunis's bill. Like my Lunis's budget.
Yeah.
For Ango's birthday. I was like, I got to treat my boy to a tomahawk steak.
Damn.
I know, we balled out for that boy. But Tuck goes, I got you. So, of course I'm going out.
Oh, yeah.
So I kiss my broad, go back downstairs. We're standing in the corner waiting for a table.
Yeah.
It's about 7:55 p.m. Eastern Standard. And the lights start flickering. And I started smelling burning plastic. But they use a blowtorch to cook there, so I didn't know. Like, it just has that, like,
melted
smell.
plastic on food.
Yeah. It's the melted CR39 plastic is my favorite sandwich they have. And Tucker's talking to me about beer.
In your face?
Yeah, we're sitting here talking about beer.
Like, how that close?
We're kissing. Tucker and I are kissing. But I'm looking at the whole restaurant. And he's got his back to the whole restaurant. And I start hearing a fire alarm go off, very faint. And I was like, and people are like getting up and moving. And Tucker's still talking. And I was like, something's going on, bro.
Yeah,
and then Dan comes around the corner. He's like, hey, we all need to get out. There's a fire in the building. At this point in time, I think like a menu got caught on fire by like a candle. So I was like,
at dinner.
Oh, someone put it out.
Yeah.
In my head.
Yeah, look alive, dude.
But so we all walk out front. And Tuck and I are sitting there just sipping our beers out front.
Just like that.
Thinking that it's going to pass in 10, 15 minutes. Bro, I started hearing fireworks. What sounded like fireworks?
Yeah.
I think a HVAC unit like exploded. People start running out of the hotel next door. And they're like, this place is on fire. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Lorenza pops her head out the front. I'm going to redact a bunch of shit because once Dan said the building's on fire, my first thing was, is Lorenza out? And he goes, yeah, she wasn't. She's the last one out. She can tell her story, but she was upstairs, saw it first, called 911 immediately, grabbed the waiter that was upstairs and was like, hey, very calmly, ask everybody to leave the restaurant. And Kate was like, what? She's like, please, it's on fire. And he's like, okay. So that's like everyone got out super smoothly.
Yeah.
Tucker and I are looking in through the front window just to see what's going on, and we see like smoke, and I was like, Jesus, what's going on? That's when we hear the explosion. Some guy at the hotel, like, oh. I step across the street, and dude, 20-foot flames are shooting from the back of the building. Like, and I was like, oh shit, the building is on fire. It took the 4 fire departments, like the Navy came, Eastport came, the Annapolis APD came, another one came.
The Navy SEALs.
Like over like 10 trucks, I want to say, something close to that.
Jesus Christ.
It took them over an hour to put out the flames. It was fucking intense.
Damn.
It's going to take them a year to reopen, conservatively a year to reopen.
It's terrible,
but
man.
like I said, the neighborhood's really, really gathered around. Bunch of GoFundMes. We'll put a couple in the description. But my life is nothing but fundraisers now. We're doing a show at the Metropolitan July 14th, and we're going to give all the money, the profits to the fire department. Just as something nice.
Shouts to the fire
Yeah,
department.
just-
I mean,
just,
dude,
you
how
know.
fast were they there? Too fast?
Lorenzo called at 7:58. They got there at like 8:09, I want to say.
Damn.
It was really fast.
Damn.
Like fast as shit. And I looked at the dispatch. In the dispatch, the official dispatch, it says like the location of the hotel. So of course they're gonna get like you can't.
They were.
And they're all row homes
right
on West Street.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like, dude, we would have had a great fire in Chicago, 1898, 68.
in 2022 though, but
I know, but
yeah, I know it could have happened, but there's been leaps and bounds of fire protection since then.
So we're already going out of order of
Yeah.
our time.
So should we just okay? That was continued. Here it is. Turn away. In 3, 2, 1. Baction, boys. We're back, boys. Back in time. Back in the studio. A lot of things happened while you guys were gone. While we were gone. We got two boys here with a lot of shit to talk about. But here's the dagger. Someone came in here and stole the drum set and a bunch of guitars. And a lot of things are going on right now. We're trying to figure out what we should do. We're going to need $10,000 of your hard-earned money so I can go to Aruba again. I don't know. So here's what happened. The boys are playing shows again.
We are playing shows again.
Exactly. Mountain Wolf's back in town, dude. Just bopping around town. It's good to see. Good to like here. So the drum set's gone for the day. So we're just going to have to yap about it, boys.
We're just talking. This is a talk cast.
Shoot from the hip.
This
man.
is going to be an actual podcast.
I think there's like maybe in total, probably 5 episodes in total that don't have some sort of jam involved.
Yeah, I'd agree with that assessment.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of research, and there's not that many episodes yet. Because we keep taking hiatuses, and guess what happens?
This is episode 40, though. We're like well into.
There's a lot to do.
We're well into adulthood now.
Yeah, we're like middle-aged men,
40-year-olds.
40-year-olds looking for like just a couple, wildcats to make love to.
We've taken a month off, so we've got a month of shit
I know.
that has happened to talk about.
Like, if okay, by the way, while we're doing podcasts during a month regularly, like when we're like not taking a hiatus, nothing really happens.
No, we talk about like
Talk about
AI taking
Yeah.
over,
And
Roe
like
v. Wade being overturned, how tight
we just don't have time.
cocaine is,
Yeah, and it's we just and
old
old
war stories.
war stories. We're swapping war stories and shit, which is always good and fun. Like,
Absolutely.
we have a lot of shit happen while we were gone on
Yeah.
hiatus.
You got married.
I got fucking married, boys and ladies. Look, sorry, ladies. Sorry, ladies.
This is like we're doing active podcast.
I'm sorry, ladies, but like, here's what the thing is:
It's the
our boy is married,
It's
and
the
I swear,
worst shot.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck. You have that on your middle finger?
No, dude, no, man. Oh, you thought I was one, dude? Yeah. Sorry, ladies and other dudes that want to bang me.
I'm off the market.
I'm off the market. Yeah, no, dude, it's been a lot. Like, before all that, dude, even better, dude, we had a bachelor party, and we didn't even talk about that.
We went out in the woods again.
Boys in the woods. Dude.
West Virginia.
It was something about West Virginia really just makes you feel like
You can do whatever you
you
want.
can do it. It's lawless, dude. There's no cell service. There's like sheriffs in town. There's Walmarts and Sheets and all kinds of fucking like little flea markets and shit on the way, and there's like mountain lions and bears and shit and snakes
We did.
frogs
I was gonna say we didn't see any of those, but we did see snakes
and frogs.
and frogs.
I put a frog in Bruce's mouth.
That was tight.
I wish I kept that video. I gotta hit Troy. He took it like he's a fucking... Okay, so my littlest brother came with us. Love that boy to death. Troy is a ripper. He was with us, but he was the youngest one there by, like, what, 15 years maybe? Like, he's...
10 years for me, but yeah.
Yeah. So 15 for me.
Is he 15?
He's 5 years old. He's 20. He's
Okay.
like gonna be 21 soon.
And he's a savage.
And he rips, dude. He's a Miller, dude. That's what happens. But yeah, so we were like, he was taking videos, but it was all on Snapchat. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, just take a video. Like,
Gen Z is super
like,
anonymous about their online. Like, the personal brand is dead. Gen Z is all about being anonymous on the internet.
I don't blame it. Like, that's
I
probably
know, but
the
we
best
like
way
to
do
look back and document our bullshit lives.
like, oh, I did eat a cheeseburger that day, man. It was time.
Yeah.
And then you get a little flashback, but that's in here. Okay,
It's fine.
that's what we talk about.
Let's
mush mouth.
So we did a bunch of drinking.
Too much drinking.
An insane amount of
I
drinking.
can't believe how much we drank.
It's
How many beers we drank?
it's concerning.
Yeah,
We still have 30 packs.
that's a hot 30 though.
That's
First
how
of all,
many. It's a month old. We bought so many that we actually ended up having leftovers after drinking like
we spent
30 packs.
$600 on beer. Remember when you paid for it all?
Thanks. Hey, Dustin and Troy, give me some fucking money.
dude. Flash us with that shit,
Give me
dude.
45 bones, bro.
Yeah,
It's not
buy
that
some-
much. But it's a lot twice.
Yeah, it's a lot. But here's the dagger, dude. So, all in all, tremendous time in the woods with the boys. I mean, it was just all the good boys. You know what I mean? We're out there getting naked again for no reason.
Absolutely.
This is probably the first time I was in the woods and we didn't do a fire, and it's probably the best thing that we didn't have a fire. Because, like, I don't think anybody there was
sober enough to contain
even
a fire.
boy that's been not, I'm not going to disclose the name, but who has not been drinking for like a year. He partied. He drank.
He drank.
As I'm saying, everybody was under the influence.
Everyone was
getting shit hammered.
unhinged. We didn't have a big like bonfire, but we did have a charcoal grill rolling for about 2 straight days. 48 hours charcoal. Just throw it on. I was cooking frozen pizzas on the big green egg.
Oh, dude, the big green egg is a fucking.
That thing
gnarly
is
thing.
tight. You need a lot of charcoal for that boy, though.
I did some research on him, like afterwards. Like, we were not doing
Me too.
anything right.
No.
Nothing right. Like, we couldn't even have been right on any of it. Because it's not like a regular, like, well, it's not like a regular charcoal grill. Because, like, a Weber, like a tight little Weber, like, that's, you just throw fucking coals in it, and you fucking throw fucking lighter fluid on it, and you light it. And that bitch burns. You can adjust little things, and that's it.
Yeah.
Big green egg, you can make slime in it, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
You can
it's
do
a
whatever.
science
Like, it's
experiment.
fucking nuts. But, yeah, we couldn't figure out how to use a big green egg for about 4 to 5 minutes. And then we were just burning paper. We're like, how do you make it fire?
Yeah, and we were burning.
Well, we didn't have any lighter fluid. That was the biggest dagger.
We were burning the empty 30-pack boxes.
With ink.
Yeah.
With ink all over
But all
it.
the food tasted tremendous.
Dude, I will say this. Tylone is no bullshit a grill master. I swear to God, dude. Dude, not only that, your chimichurri sauce, I still talk about it. Like, it's, I don't know, like, you can put that shit on anything.
It's tremendous.
It's just,
It's perfect, dude. It's actually perfect.
It just, like, the skirt steak, it just literally, like, skirt steak came out fucking tremendous. Medium well. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
it was
perfect
definitely
medium
rare. Perfect. Got a little crisp on it from the little bark on it from the charcoal. He cut it slightly, like it was so thin, but like it had so much fucking juice. There was a little bit of juice coming out, and then he came over the top hot, like just like literally hot because it was chimichurri, and he comes in and just puts this delectable blanket of herbs and spices and olive oil, and it just literally fell in every little crack and filled every little morsel, and then all of a sudden, someone was like, Tyler, I think it was even you. You were like, we have tortilla shells.
Let's make tacos with them.
Let's make tacos.
Oh.
And we made tacos. Not only did we make tacos, but then guess who had shrimp? I was like, where are we? Are we in Paris? Where are we? Are we going out? Cam came in clutch. Tyler was like, I got this.
Chimichurri on the shrimp.
Chimichurri shrimp.
Charcoal broiled.
And just fucking put them out. And we just sat there and ate, I don't know, I probably had 15 fucking tacos.
Yeah, it's so much
You bought
food.
so much fucking skirt steak. And I hadn't been eating meat for almost a month at that point because I was just trying to, like,
cleanse
and, like, it was kind of something fun to do. But, yeah, it was tight because we sat there and just ate. And I looked at Tyler and I was like, this is the best fucking food I've ever had.
It was so good, dude. I appreciate that. That's
it was.
Very kind,
it was
so good.
So fucking good, dude. And like everything just melted together and it just made sense. And it was so tight that we were like, because we were just gonna literally just mash the fucking meat off whatever plate we had.
Because we bought 3 skirt steaks. We made tacos with 2 of them, and then our boy Patrick was like, "Yo, let's save the 3rd one for steak and eggs in the morning."
Yeah.
And now we were like, "Okay, cool." But then he looked at me and he goes, "Well, cook it up so we don't have to like get the grill rolling in the morning." I go, "Okay." So we cook it up, and then we throw it down, and then like all 9 boys collectively are like, "Cut it up, let's just eat it."
And we just ate the entire, like, we ate so much meat and like buffalo chicken dip by like the pounds. Dude,
well, you're gonna head because we finish all that meat.
Yeah.
We play a fucking gauntlet of baseball.
Oh yeah.
And then we all make a decision to go to the strip club in West Virginia.
Yeah. Which
can we talk about that?
150%.
Which is 30 minutes away.
Unbeknownst to us.
Yeah. What was it called?
The first one we went to was called Lust.
It
was right next to his sheets.
Yeah.
Which was
so we call some Ubers, and lo and behold, our Uber driver, the only Uber driver in the entire like section of West Virginia we're in, is deaf.
Yeah.
And he picks us up, and I wasn't in the car with you, but I get all these videos because you guys went first, and then he came back to pick us up.
No,
we went first.
You guys dipped on the. Okay, so first of all, it is my bachelor party, and the first Uber comes, and I'm coming walking out, strutting my stuff. I'm like, I'm going to see some nipples tonight, boys, you know? And the boys come, like, and then I'm out first, and all of a sudden, all the boys are like little schoolboys, like, getting out for recess, and they just, like, scatter around me and just get into this little-ass car.
Dude, we're so wasted.
I know,
what's
but
going on.
this is hilarious. And then, I was, like, walking up, and Troy's in the front seat. He just looks at me, and I'm like, and he just looks at me and goes, yeah. I was like, all right. I was like, all right, you take it,
That's
man.
right. It was Troy, Cam, and I in the first Uber.
Dipped. And we were just like, all of us like kind of looked at each other and we're like, damn, they really just did. I was like,
oh, shit, I didn't even know.
Which is hilarious because, like, there's like 10 of us at least there.
Yeah.
And someone was like, some cheap ass, I'm just fucking around, but like some cheap ass was like, let's get an Uber. Not an XL to get everybody in the fucking same car.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would have been like a $300 car because if we found out while you were like driving, I looked at everybody else and I was like, I'm just going to stay here. Like, I don't feel like waiting. Because I was like, we're in the middle of nowhere. I was like, that was the only Uber in town, like, at this hour. And I was like, he's never coming back. And then this is what happened. You guys, like, got there. And then you guys called me, and you're like, dude, this place is actually kind of tight. And I was like, yeah, man, what's it like to be there right now? Because I'm hanging out with a bunch of dudes. And you're like, it's cool, man. We told the Uber driver to come back. He's coming back for you. And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, no chance. And dude magically appeared, like literally, like probably 30 minutes later. And then you were like, dude, this place is so far away. And then I was like, oh, this is probably a terrible idea because, like, we'll get there. But there's no way we're coming back.
Yeah.
So, the car comes barreling ass in, and like, mind you, it's like fucking wrong turn, cabin in the woods kind of style. There's like a mile-long driveway, and it's just a dirt driveway, like in a tunnel of trees. And all you see is 2 headlights coming in, and we're just like, hopefully this is the Uber driver or the cop. Like, it could be the cops. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, and then it just comes here, and then here comes this dude. And he just pulls up, barreling at, like, he stops, and he just goes, "You got coming with me?" And I was like, and that's when I was like, oh shit, this dude's deaf as fuck.
How did we tell him to go back for you guys? I think
Joel, literally, or someone who was ever with you, literally, like,
it was Cam, Troy, and I
said something or texted him or something.
I think, yeah, well, because once again, wasted.
Yeah, we were fucking hammered.
But, and I think, okay, so you're connecting synapses that I have forgotten about. Because, Cam, Troy, and I dipped, and it was 30 minutes. And I was like, shit, they're not going to be here for like an hour at this point.
You're like, we're gonna get
and so we just went inside, and I was just like, hopefully they show up.
Yeah.
And the dude was. I think I was like, the Uber driver's deaf.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And I think
Maybe
Troy
one of
wrote
us-
on his phone because he sat in the front. That's right.
Yeah.
And I think he wrote on the phone like, "Go back to pick the rest of them up." And he
Yeah.
goes, he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And we're like, "All right, cool."
Yeah. And he did.
And then next thing I know, 30 minutes later, my boys are all inside
Yeah.
while Cam, Troy, and I are already like
partying.
dude, this place was huge. I've never been to a strip club that big in my life.
It was and it was actually like I was really impressed.
The
It was
girls
really
were
dark in there.
beautiful.
Some of them were beautiful. I saw some close up and I was like, okay.
It's a strip
That's why it's
club.
dark
You
in
know,
here.
whatever. We love all of our women.
I love dancing.
Exactly. And I'm like, I'm walking around. So then all the boys come in. We eat mushrooms.
Oh,
So we're
yeah.
tripping on mushrooms
I forgot
at the
that
strip
part.
club.
Yeah.
So we're tripping on mushrooms
Yeah,
at the strip
These
club.
lights are tight.
I pulled out like $80 and I was like, I have $1,000.
I am the bull.
Yeah, I was like, I have
Boys
so much
on
money.
parade.
And I'm just slapping tits. I'm slapping G-strings. My boy, like, off with like one girl the whole time, just
I
talking
know,
to her,
dude.
and I was like, okay,
Like
he's
they're having
figuring.
like the most
he's-
conversation.
We lose Troy. Troy's been gone
In
for
the
like
VIP
8 hours.
room?
Yeah,
Getting Snapchats
he's
from
gone
LeBrons?
for 8 hours. I bought you a lap dance.
Yeah.
I think I bought like 3 other boys a lap dance.
Yeah, no,
I was like,
pretty
I'm not
sure-
getting one.
Yeah.
I'm buying y'all one.
I think you might have bought me 2 by the same person.
Very psychedelic.
And it was the weirdest lap dance ever because this girl, like, I don't know, it just was weird. And I just was like, I'm just looking at her. And I was like, and I could barely hear the music. And I was like, are you going to, like, me? Or, like, what the
Oh.
fuck is this? Like,
Oh.
it was really strange.
Okay.
It was, like, the most uncomfortable lap dance I've ever had because it was,
I'm sorry.
she, like, dude, she would, like gaze into my eyes, but, like, I don't know if they were both looking at me. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Well, you know,
Yeah,
like,
it's just
they were
like,
beautiful women, but they were West
oh, yeah,
Virginia
no,
beautiful
dude, she was
women.
keeping an eye around town.
Yeah,
dude.
they were
She was
West
like,
Virginia
yeah,
girls.
she's
you
on
know.
surveillance.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was the janitor, but like, if like, in all seriousness, like she was a great person, great dancer, great ass. You can work on your dancing a little bit, but
Well, I'm tripping, so I have it in
I
my
was tripping
head.
too, dude. And
I know.
I forgot that we did that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And yeah, dude, that's why the ride was so weird.
Well, no, I knew you guys were coming because I kept getting videos that Joel was sending to the group chat of you, like, fucking with the driver.
Yeah, I was like, "Are you ready to party?"
Yeah,
And
you were
he
like,
was
can you?
yeah. Well, I was just trying
And he
to
was
figure
like,
out-
ah.
yeah, and he was like, "Of course you can." And then, well, what was really weird is because all of a sudden, like he like, okay, all right. I'm sorry, this sounds fucked up, but at one point, he looks at me, and of course, I'm sitting next to this guy,
I
and
know.
he just says, "I'm not trying to like." This is what he sounded like. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You want to listen to music? And I was like, what? And I was like, speak up, I can't hear you.
Oh, God.
And then.
God damn,
Stupid, dude. I'm stupid. And yeah, I'm ignorant as fuck. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
I don't
it's
care,
like-
dude. I don't care at this point right
It doesn't
now.
matter.
So and then I'm like, yeah, go ahead, put it on. And he just puts on like an AM, like I think it was AM. It was just static, and
yeah.
then literally I just was like, this sounds great, man.
Yeah.
And it just was just like
Yeah, dude.
for like 30 minutes, and the guys were like looking at me like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, I'm not touching this man's radio. And I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be like, I want him. And meanwhile, this guy we're sitting in the front seat, right? There's not much going on. He is literally, because he has to read lips.
Yes.
So he's watching me and looking at me in the eyes, and he just like, and he's telling me about how he likes to eat food. And I was like, that's great, man. I was like, you keep your eyes on the road. That's what I kept saying. I was like, keep your eyes on the road.
The
And
things
he's
that
like-
work,
Yeah.
could you
He
use
goes,
that?
Just do that, please, because I'm not trying to fuck with this shit right now. And this guy's is like still, and he's like not paying attention. I'm like,
No.
all right. I'm like, so then I'm like, I'm uninterested. I'm trying to be like, I want to listen to this guy talk about like whatever fucking bologna sandwiches he likes around town. And then all of a sudden, and then he wouldn't stop talking to me. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I'm just fuck with him. So I start fucking with the guy. I'm like, yeah, you want to with us? Like,
Yeah.
come hang out with us.
You're like,
And he
where's the
didn't-
cocaine? And he was like, ah.
Yeah. And he goes, and I'm like, yeah, just take this left. And then I'm trying to direct him because he's not looking at the GPS. He's looking me in the eyes. I'm thinking that we're going to die because I'm like, we're barreling ass on a highway.
Yeah,
I have
man.
no idea where
For
we are.
30 minutes,
There's
bro.
no phone service.
No.
Like, I can't
mountain
believe
roads, dude.
we because we had Wi-Fi at our spot, so that's how we called the Uber.
Yeah.
So, but as soon as we get off the fucking property, it's just like phones don't work. I'm like, I don't know where we're. I was like, I don't even know where we're going. I was like, this guy's just taking us to his house, which I would have been cool with, but you guys got there first.
And I was like, he will take you here.
Yeah, and then I remember you're like, I was like, all right, we get there. We get there, and the boys are we're just all having a fucking tremendous time, and
Oh, absolutely.
all the boys are doing silly shit, just drinking.
Because we're tripping.
We're tripping balls, and like that's what I forgot too. Like,
Yeah.
I forgot that.
You're like, why were we so weird?
fucked up. And I was like, that's why. My lap dance was so weird. I just thought about it. I was like, because her eyes, I was like, oh shit, I was tripping balls.
She's like
in
becoming
a
you.
dark room, and this person is just dancing around me like, okay, like you're like moving real fast around me, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I was tripping so hard that I thought I was like the director of the strip club. So I was like when my boys were like around the pit where you sit, where you can like be right there. I was like, I'm like smack. I'm like, give him money. I'm like security. I'm like, more money.
that was you? I thought it was security. I was getting bummed. I was like, dude, what? I was like, I'm sorry.
It was me, bro.
Oh my god.
And security loved me. They were like, yo, boys, we can take the night off.
Yeah,
This dude's running the show.
Dude, I'm telling Karen, security hated us.
No, it was me. Except for, dude, our boy. All of a sudden, well, that's what happened. All of a sudden,
That's right.
I'm like sitting there and I'm having like a psychedelic experience with so many titties around me. And like, I mean, the clientele that works at strip clubs loves me because that's how I act at every show. I'm just having a good time. You know, I'm just I'm making sure everyone's throwing money. I'm buying 1,000 drinks. I'm like getting, you know, I'm spending more money than I don't have, like just to have a good time.
Yeah.
And I forgot where I was going. All of a sudden I see like 3 security guards around our boy, and the tripping for his first time ever. And I'll bleep this if it doesn't. If
just bleep the name.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But for conversation.
Yeah.
So our boy is sitting there and he's tripping for his first time. And all of a sudden I see like 3 to 4 security guards all surround him. And I see it out of the corner of my eye because I'm sitting at the bar with Cam drinking something called Adios Motherfucker, which Cam's like, have you ever had an Adios Motherfucker? And I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'll have one and we'll forget everything that's ever happened in my life. So we have 3 of them. And
so you got roofied by your camera.
Yes, but also so the psilocybin is overpowering the alcohol at this point, and like I'm like spidey senses. I was like, so, boy's in trouble. He didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
He didn't listen to what I said to do.
Yeah.
So I see it and I walk over to him and I'm like, boys, to the security. I'm like, what's going on? And and homie's just sitting there like wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, like, this is awesome. And they're like, yo, he keeps like slapping their pussies with the dollar bills. And I'm like, I look at him, I was like, hey bro, keep having fun, stop doing that. And he goes, and I look at security and I was like, he's gonna be fine. And they go, you're the director, bro. No,
it's your show, dude. We're just working.
Yeah,
here, dude.
We're just
you're paying.
You paid us. Yeah, you're
like,
paid our
Yeah,
salary.
you're like, shit, I'm tripping again.
Yo.
Dude, it happens, man. That was hilarious. That night was fucking wild and literally hilarious. Like, I can't believe
insane
how fucking crazy like it was that we were all on mushrooms in a strip club in the middle of West Virginia next to his Sheets, and we didn't even go to Sheets. It pisses me off.
I didn't even recognize that there was a Sheets.
Oh, I did. Because it just was the only thing glowing in the fucking parking lot. It was across the street. And it was
Strip
just
clubs
Sheets.
are always like pitch black outside, but once you go in, psychedelic lights and tits
dude,
everywhere. And you're like,
this is an abandoned warehouse. You walk in and it's like,
and the
tits
to pay the
ass
cover.
tits
Do you
and
remember?
ass.
You had to walk into like this little room that felt like a jail cell, and there was like a 100% tinted window and like a hand out there going like cover charge, and I was like, where are we? But then once the door opened, I was like, this place is all. It was like an Atlanta strip club. It was like
it was huge. There was like 6 strippers at a time at least.
Yeah, on one stage, and there was multiple stages, cages everywhere. I was like, this place rips. For the sake of time, we'll fast forward. So we have a blast at the strip club. You guys dipped first, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
this time.
we bounced on you guys because I was like, I looked at everybody. I was like, we need to leave now because I have no idea if we're gonna get back to our cabin. Because
lo and behold, the same dude picks us up.
Yeah, dude, that guy. I don't know what happened, but he knew we were around. I think he just hovered around.
You had to call. No, I know exactly what you had to call his personal number because he didn't like. He was like, "I'm not using the app anymore. I'm your driver." In his best, like he typed it out to Vince, and then that's when because all of a sudden you guys dipped. It's just Vince, Cam, and I now, and Troy. Because we lost Troy because he was like in the VIP room the whole night.
The whole night. I don't know how he did that.
So then somehow
he must have a lot of money.
Well, this is what, dude. From my perspective, so the Uber driver comes, picks us all up again, is blaring AM radio, and like it was the worst drive home because like at this point now we're just fucked up and tripping, and. He's blaring AM radio, and he keeps looking at Vince. He's like, "Is this good?" And Vince is like, "I don't fuck off."
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck off." He's like, "I don't care anymore." And like I said, we had to go. Vince and I had to go back inside to find Cam and Troy because like they were just gone, dude. And we get back to the house. You guys have been partying because once again it's been like fucking another hour. And my boy, I'm like, "Troy, what were you doing all night?" And he goes, "We're friends on Snapchat." And I was like, "Oh, you played he goes, "I played the long game." And then we just start blaring, "I'm in love with a stripper." And your brother's got a bottle of Pinnacle Whipped.
Oh, my God.
And dude, I'm frying up. I think you guys, I don't know where you guys all went, but like it's Cam, Troy, and I'm frying up Impossible Meat smash burgers.
Hell yeah.
And we're all eating them. And Troy's got that bottle of Pinnacle Whip. And he's like, "Guys, you gotta drink this. It tastes like fucking whipped cream." And we're like, "Hey, little man, we know.
We've been here.
Be careful."
Yeah.
And then that's why the next day, like we all wake. So now fast forward to the next day. I don't go to bed until 5 a.m. because I'm cleaning up everything.
Yeah.
I try to crash in my bed. Troy's asleep in my bed with a bottle of Pinnacle, like snuggling it. And I was like, he's so peaceful.
I'm not. He's dead.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna check his heartbeat. So then I climbed in bed with you, which is classic move.
Yeah,
We've slept together multiple times.
Yeah, which I will say what happened when I woke up. I was like, because I rolled over and I just see this long-haired person next to me, and
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
and I was like, "Oh my word, what the fuck happened last night?" And then I looked over, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, this guy's got a mustache." Like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then you're just like rolled over, like, "Yeah, is there any water around?" I was like, "Yo, what did we fuck, bro?"
Yeah.
Long story short, I don't know, man.
But then, so the next day we wake up. Justin thinks he banged a stripper, but it's just me. He just banged me. It was that.
Yeah, it was that.
I got him first. You know what I mean? Before the wedding. So we immediately start drinking. We have a tremendous breakfast provided by your beautiful mother.
Oh, yeah, it was tremendous.
We played golf in the lawn for like way too long.
Yeah.
We wrestled a snake that was huge, like a big black mamba.
It was the biggest snake I've seen
Ever. In person.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. And then...
Well, that's why we started thinking about shooting guns, because we saw the big-ass snake, and my brother brought guns.
Yes.
We don't really shoot guns often, but...
He brought an arsenal,
He brought, like, real guns. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing out here, boys? Well, I remember him saying he brought guns the first night, and the second day, like, we saw that snake, and I was just like, "Oh, we should shoot that fucking snake." And then he was like, "I got guns." And I was like, "That's right."
Like, some weird, like, military code went off in his head. He was like, "Set it up."
Yeah.
So
and then next thing you know, where are we doing? In the fucking middle.
I'm laying in. Yeah. Well, we said we weren't gonna, because the plan was always to shoot.
Yeah.
But once we pulled up to the spot, it was like in the woods, but like there was a neighborhood close to where we were.
Yes, there was a neighbor, like subdivision.
So the decision was like, "Fuck, we can't do that." Blah blah blah. So I'm laying in bed, probably around like noon, maybe 1-2 p.m., watching a movie with Cam, and I just hear, and I was like, "Hell yeah, brother, let's fucking go!" I get out of bed and I run out, and you guys are out in the middle of the fucking woods, just blasting Glocks, dude. And I was like, "Let's go!" So we're all shooting. We get a bolt action rifle.
The heavy
we
power.
all start shooting that. Oh my god, that's what it was. Okay,
it was a rifle. It was a high power rifle for no reason.
Bolt action, fucking
felt like a sniper.
Damn, and then
felt like Saving Private Ryan. I was like,
we had brought tannerite. which explodes
on impact.
And your brother goes, all right, I'm going to start mixing up the Tannerite. And he looks at me, he goes, T, you ever shot an AR-15? And I might have, but I don't remember. And I was like, so I just said no. And he was like, you're first. And I'm like, tight. So he brings it out. I'm holding it. He's like, fucking hold this. It's got a red dot scope. And I'm like,
Call of Duty.
He's like, you use both eyes to look. And I was like, holy shit, dude, this is fucking, oh my God, this is sick. This is fucking, I understand.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay.
Kind of
So he's like, I'm going to whip out the Tannerite. Next thing we hear, some fucking local yokel goes, hey, enough.
Yeah.
My kids are trying to sleep.
And I was like, oh shit. And I was like,
So
I looked at my brother and I was like, you're going to jail, not me, bro.
Well, your brother goes, he just goes, well, I'm holding the AR-15. He's holding fucking bunch of explosives. Doesn't even move a fucking muscle. He just goes, all right, we're done. And that was it. And I was like, yo, that was one of the coolest interactions of like, people I've ever fucking. Yeah. Because like, you know, like after everything that we were shooting, the neighbor's arsenal, bigger than ours. Because he like came over.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing, dude. You can just also know that, like, anybody that's telling people to fuck off while shooting high-power rifles...
That's what I'm saying.
Their balls are bigger than anything you've ever seen.
Absolutely.
And they also probably have a bigger gun than you. They're like...
That's what I mean. I don't want to see it.
That pussy shit around here.
Yeah.
I was shooting something around town. And he was like, got a cannon for no reason. Like,
you wanted to see this shit? And you're like, God bless.
He's like, yeah, dude, you see that neighbor's shed? It's fucking 6 inches on my fucking lawn. Bet not.
Check this out.
On God bless. Boom, bam, gone. You know, he's like, I got a new fucking hole in here now.
So we stopped shooting guns. I think I botched it by like trying to take a nap and then woke up hungover.
Dude, you guys fucking ditched it. It was hilarious. I don't know because you guys, everybody did.
Everybody did.
At one point, like I had, it was like a rally, dude. Like. Patrick was down first. And then everyone was like, oh, you know, I'm going to like, everyone was like being like they're like dogs like going off to die. Yes. Like everyone was literally like, we were all having a great time. And all of a sudden, like nobody said anything. Like not even an Irish goodbye. It was just like, I'm going to go die in my bunk. So like, like I'm not around the boys so they can have fun until like the morning. But everyone like just kind of did that and trickled off and like passed out. And took naps, you know. I was like, yeah, nap it up. And I just
bad move.
I drank 60 hams.
That's the move.
Hams in fucking 2 days, which is beyond.
Yeah, but 100%.
But then, you know, like all the boys are dropping like flies. I'm like, okay. I'm looking around. I still got my like Bruce was ready, and then Joel stayed up the entire time, and we had like randoms people would just come in and out.
I remember I woke up and I came out and you were like, Tyler, and I was like, let's go, and I took 3 shots, and then was like, I'm gonna diarrhea and shit my pants and puke everywhere.
This is what happened.
So I was just out, but you guys continued to have, as you should, your bachelor weekend.
Hard.
Yeah.
So then my brother and just somebody else, everyone was like, I think someone just drunkenly awoke in the living room that was just like taking a nap and was like, are we going to the strip club? And then I was like, I guess so. And then Joel was like, we're going back. And I was like, all right, dude, let's go, man. And then everyone starts to rally. You and Patrick like arose from the depths.
I got dressed for the first time all week.
Yeah, I showered because I threw up all over myself.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I got ready. Yeah. I put on cologne.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going out tonight, boys.
Yeah.
And then Patrick was all there and all that nonsense. But so we same scenario. We call the fucking Uber, and guess who shows up? The deaf dude again. This is another day. Totally like I can't believe it. So he comes and picks us up again. I had left first, but we went to a totally different strip club, and it was closer. We should have went to the original strip club because
but you gotta experience variety.
It was in the car it was me, Joel,
and
Bruce and Troy, and then we were getting out of the driveway, and then as soon as we like kind of crested the hill, like we weren't even out of the driveway, Troy just looks at us in the eyes and goes, I can't do this right now. He was just like, and we were just like, what? And he's like, I gotta go. And we were like, you're in the middle of the seat, man. And he was like,
yeah,
I can't do this. And he's like, and we're like, okay. And like I had to like signal the driver and like, and he's like freaking out. He's like Jesus Christ. And then So we get out. Troy gets out of the car, and we're just like, "Are you good?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be fine." And then I was like, "All right, whatever." And so he went back, and then we were like, we all looked at each other. I was like, "All right, well, I guess we're still going." So we went, and we were going to this place called the Golden Horseshoe Club.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Horseshoe
Before you
Club.
get too far, because
But that's what happened.
well, so
Troy
like,
walking back.
Troy walks in the front door,
Yeah.
and like me and the rest of the boys that were gonna go are just kind of standing there waiting for the other Uber to come, because another Uber was coming.
Yeah.
Because we were like more prepared that night.
Yeah.
So another Uber was coming. Troy walks in and he goes, "I can't do it." And like me and all the other boys look at each other and we go, "Well, that's it." Like, so he demoralized the troops.
Yeah, I was so bummed.
So then I know, dude. I'm telling, like, I halfway through that ride, we would have had $1,000 Uber surcharge for just vomiting in the car, because immediately, like, the Uber showed up. Pat walked out and was like, "Hey, sorry, we have to cancel." So the other driver dipped, because the second one came, and he comes in and he was like, "It's done, boys." And then the next thing I know, we're all in bed watching a movie together.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you guys are on your way to the strip club.
We're on our way to the strip
new
club
one.
and the new place, and it was in West Virginia. But we were like, because the first night we were like, I don't want to go that far, and there's another one closer. So never go to the one that's closer to where you're staying, because it was what you thought was dancing in West Virginia. So we pull up to this place that's over the train tracks. Just like we come in and he's driving it, and again, this guy is talking to me the entire time. He hits these train tracks, and we definitely bottom out. Like, he felt like, and I was like, "God damn, dude, like slow it down, dude." And we get into this fucking parking lot, and it looked like a fucking trailer. Like, it looked like a double wide trailer, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we're here, boys." And it was like, it just had like a shitty little like sign in the front with the arrow pointing at it. It was like, "Open tonight," like Golden Horseshoe Club. And we're staring. I was like, "Okay, fine, we'll go do this." So we get out of the car, we go in, and it was like a $20 cover. I was like, "What the fuck?" And as soon as we're paying the cover, Vince calls me, and he goes, "Hey man, I just want to let you know nobody else is gonna be there." And I was just like, "Fuck, this sucks."
It was like a group decision that we knew we were disappointing you, and we all felt terrible. But like, the boys were
I get it.
dead.
I get it, dude. I get it. It's all good. It's literally water under the fridge at this point. But it was hilarious, because then I was like, I looked at it, we walk in and like we pay the cover, and then we go get cash. And I think we all were like, okay, we're not gonna. I looked at the guys. I was like, I don't want to be here too long, anyways, because it was just. We walk in, and you could smoke cigarettes inside. So Bruce is in hog heaven.
Yeah,
he's like sitting. He walks in, dude. He comes in and he gets out like, I don't know, like $100 in ones or whatever he gets out. It was probably like $40 in ones, but he cashes out, and we walk up to this trough basically of like broads. And these ladies, I mean, God bless confidence.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, no bullshit. Like, these, they're beautiful women. I was just like, holy shit. And I was like, these are not what I was thinking.
It wasn't lust.
Two couples.
It wasn't lust.
Two old ladies, like older ladies, like in their 50s, late 50s, like
Shouts
late
to
50s.
them, though, you know.
But they were like, they've been through the ringer.
Yeah.
They're sagging around town, and they're like making out on the ground, and I was just like, and I just wanted to, and Bruce,
he's like ashing on
Bruce
them.
comes like as soon as and that's what's happening as we walk in, and I'm just like, okay, like, it's like, I don't know about this place. So Bruce and Joel and me sit front and center to this fucking place. And Bruce goes to throw his money out. He pulls out the wad of cash and wanted to throw like $1 at him, and just threw the entire stack and said it was like $50 in one. Yeah. Immediately, like as soon as you walk in,
so not the way you want to do it.
And I was also like, now they're gonna pay attention to us now, and they're gonna be like,
yeah.
And I was just like, no. And Bruce is stoked. Joel's geeking out because he's just like, look at these ladies, and I was like, it's disgusting. And I'm sorry, but like, it was just so fucking hilarious, because you're seeing Bruce, and he just throws, like, literally, instead of like throwing like $2, this man grabs it out of his pocket, and he's like, hell yeah, and he goes boom, and it just explodes, and there's just fucking ones. I'm just like, you blew your load.
Yep.
As soon as we walked in, I was like, dude, honest mistake. You know what I mean? Happens to the best of us, bud. But I'm looking at this guy. I'm just like, you fucking idiot. And then Joel's telling me all this shit in my ear. He's like, yeah. He's like, it's cool, right? I'm like, no, it's not. And then the next couple dancers. And there's some okay ones. And I'm like, okay, that's all right. So then Joel sees, like, there's another bachelor party there. Same kind of group of guys. Everyone was just in shock and awe. And they're just like, I don't know about this place. Like, I haven't gotten a tetanus shot in a while. And everyone's just looking at everybody. And all of a sudden, they're like, can we bring someone like Kyle to the stage? And then I was like, oh, Jesus. And he comes onto the stage where they're dancing. And we're like, there's nothing really, like, there's no barrier where we're at. It's a free-for-all. And this man is sitting on a stool against a stripping pole. And then all of a sudden, 6 girls come flying at him, like doing all this shit. Just dancing, nothing crazy. It's just like dancing and it's just a fucking thing. And then Joel was like, he goes, I'm getting you that. And I was like, what, dude? And he's like, you're going to have that. And I was like, all right, cool, man. Like, thanks. I swear to God, I sat, and then they're like, Justin, to the stage. And I was just like, okay. So I sit there and I'm just like, oh, God bless. This is going to be weird. The first stripper, dude, comes up and does like this, like stops, looks me in the eye, like got down on her knees, and then just flips up. And literally puts her legs in my face, and her ass is in my face. And I was just like, you have to wipe, dude.
Oh, no.
It was smelled so bad. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, she smells like poop. I was like, I smell poop. And it was in my fucking face.
No.
And then I was like, okay, these ladies are heinous. And I was just looking at it. I was like, yeah, this is tight, you know. I'm glad I'm on the stage with these fucking poopy pants diapers and these strippers trying to, like, put poop in my face. And I'm like, okay. So it gets, they're done doing their thing. And then they're like, okay, Justin, stand up. And, like, I had to, like, bend over and they, like, whip my ass, dude, with a belt. Like, whoop my ass. I was like, Jesus, on the cross, this hurts. And I was just like, my God. And I walked up, I was like, looked at Joel, I was like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. Like, that sucked. And then Bruce then asked us, he's like, he like after that was done, we're sitting there and I was like, I need a drink. So I go over to get a beer, a fucking Bud Light bottle. She goes, it's $11. And I looked at Joel and I go, we're dipping?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need to buy this beer. I'm already drunk enough to be here. Bruce then all of a sudden, Buzzkill Bruce comes running around the corner. He's like, hey, guys, I pulled out some more money. I'm going to get a lap dance. Is that cool? And I was like,
dude, we're leaving.
So then he goes for the whole thing and goes in there for a while. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's taking a while. And lo and behold, he almost gets kicked out because he before he went into the room for the dance, he went into the bathroom. He was masturbating.
What?
Yeah,
what?
they thought.
They thought he was.
He was
okay.
They thought he was like masturbating before he went in, dude. Or getting himself ready to go.
Oh no,
know?
Jesus Christ!
So the guy was
we'll
like
stop by
yelling
the
at Bruce.
bathroom
He's
real
like, the
quick.
guy's like yelling at Bruce, and I'm just like, oh Jesus!
You're like, here we go. Yeah.
What is going on in here? So and then here goes, and then we walk by, and I'm just like, Bruce, you good? He's like, yeah. And then I'm like, can we just go, dude? He's like, no, I already paid for it. I'm like, Jesus. So he goes in and comes out, and he's like, yeah, that was cool and all, but, like, he's like, Justin, I bought you one. And I was like, oh, my God, dude. I was
like, here, bro?
I was like, all right, cool. Walk in. I'm like, all right. It was, I don't even know. Like, I didn't even, like, I was, like, so fucked up at that point. I was just like, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, I'm out of here. So I get out of here, and I fucking go into... I was like, Joel, call an Uber. So we finally call an Uber and we head back. And literally, the same fucking dude picked us up again and took us back to the hotel or the fucking cabin. And I don't even remember like going back. I came back and all you guys were laying in bed.
You're
in my bed.
Yeah. You come in and you go,
because I was wasted.
You're wasted.
Yeah.
All of us are like in some weird quasi fucking just like delirious state. Cam and I ate like Delta 9 edibles, so we're just like tripping. We're watching like a bachelor party movie that none of us even realized that like we put it on because we were at a bachelor party until you walked in the room and Cam goes, oh, this makes sense, bro.
Oh yeah, because you're watching like a bachelor party movie.
But you come in, you're like obviously wasted. You're like, hey, I'll get the fuck out of my bed. And Joel looks at me, he's like, I'm laying like on the floor in a blanket, like shaking. And he's like, "What happened to you, bro? You were the one trying to come with." And I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, everyone dipped on me."
Yeah, so that you're like, you're not pissed, but you're like,
I just wanted to lay down.
Yeah, and so everyone just at one swift motion stands up and goes to their beds and just dips on me.
I know, like the rest of the night.
We were like, we're done, dude. Like we're so
it's told to go to bed, so everyone went to bed. Yeah, I remember coming in because I was just done because I didn't take any naps.
I know.
And, I really was really impressed with myself for how much I drank and how long I drank and how
you talked about it.
Yeah.
You're like, it's 60 hams. Get out of my bed.
Yeah.
You guys did. And I was like,
I was so drunk, and I was like, dude, I've been drinking, and I was like, I just wanted to because
you were like, these bras were farting in my face, and I was like, I'm so glad I didn't go. I would have
pooped on.
I would have thrown up at the strip club, which honestly would be a tremendous story.
Better story,
but at the
pink eye,
absolutely. But at that moment, I just couldn't do it, man. I've never been in a position where I was like, I'm always like, yeah, fuck it, let's go, let's drink 4 more beers. I couldn't fit. I was shaking.
Oh yeah.
I was like something.
Oh,
I think I might have alcohol poisoning.
We overdid it the first night.
Oh yeah,
horde.
As you should. We were only there for 2 nights, so it was a blast.
It was a blast. It was a blast.
It was
so much fun.
It was.
I couldn't ask for a better time with the boys. Honest to God.
We ate tremendous food. We went to the first strip club was so sick. That place was awesome.
I got a story out of the second one.
You got a story out of the second one, and we blasted guns in basically our parents' backyard.
Yeah, people's backyards. People were getting pissed at us. We're like, dude, we have guns. Chill out. But yeah, no, that was tight. So the bachelor party was fun.
Very successful.
I had literally, I had the best time ever. I had so much fun with the boys, and honest to God, I don't know. I think we really do need to do an annual trip with the boys.
100%. We're wood boys.
Yeah, we're just in the woods.
Woodsmen.
We're woodsmen.
But then all the strip club talk's a perfect segue into your wedding.
It is actually the best segue into my wedding.
But there's more to get into before that.
Yeah.
But I have to take a piss.
Man, piss in your pants.
So bad. No. I have to piss so
Do you mind if I piss too? After you?
No. You can take a break.
A piss break? We've been going for 3 hours?
We're not jamming tonight, so we have... Dude, this is episode 40?
Yeah.
We're doing a cast.
We're casting on 40.
We're not jamming. We're doing a 2 hour, maybe 3. Because there's a lot to get into. There's the wedding.
Yeah. And that's in the copycat.
There's the fire.
We already talked about the fire.
There's the...
We already talked about that. We've killed 2 of the birds. We gotta get whoa. Hello. Sometimes people say things that you don't like. Sometimes people say things that you do like. And sometimes people say stuff that makes you hate them. And guess what? Sometimes you just gotta punch people in the toes. Because if you punch someone in the toes, you're not gonna punch them in the nose. And guess what? No one is gonna get hurt. We're not gonna talk about anybody but hoes. And have you ever had water from a hose? It's delicious. If you ever swam under a bridge before, there's usually a lot of fish around town. And when there's a lot of fish, there's an ecosystem to follow. So in an ecosystem, there's people that sleep, there's people that swim, and there's people that work, and there's people that do heroin. Heroin's not as tight as you think, man. It makes you fucking itchy, and you look like a fucking ridiculous person. You get face tattoos of other needles and stuff. So you're like, where's my needle? It's on my fucking face, my boy. So and then you move on, man. You move on from heroin, and you start doing petty crimes and shit. And maybe you're on heroin doing petty crimes, stealing fucking hubcaps and shit. Maybe you're stealing fucking copper from new fucking developments, Maybe you're stealing the lumber. I think lumber's more expensive than fucking copper these days. I don't know. I'm not telling junkies what to do, but you might want to start thinking about stealing lumber, man. There's a lot of construction around town, a lot of new homes being built. People, yes, they need copper wire, but that lumber's expensive. If you're stealing a couple 2x4s, you can do whatever you want. So, I'm telling you, one thing is something solid. I'm gonna definitely need a beer after this. I'll take a Not a dank drink. Is there any other loose bull? Oh, I put it. There's a Zadie's on the door for you. No. I'll take the Natty Bow. Do you mind if I piss before I do anything unruly? That second night when you guys dipped on me was fucking tight. Because I got back and you guys had like 10 dudes laying in my bed. I was like, what is going on here? I was so bummed on you guys. Because you guys were watching like a tight movie without me. And I was like, dude, was it tight?
It was a really good movie. It was actually tight.
No, and then I think I remember walking out and like just whatever was left over in the kitchen, I was just eating it. And it was probably 18 hours old. I think I have a tapeworm. But it was that bachelor party was the most incredible thing I've ever got to do.
It was
with the boys.
So sick.
And then fast forward after that, like the ride home was long. Actually, I think I might have done the best with how close the bachelor party was actually back home.
It was an hour and a half to West Virginia, which is unheard of.
And it was like, it was like this close. It was basically just Western Maryland.
Yeah,
it just like
exactly.
we just crossed the border.
Yeah,
and which was perfect because like that ride home the next after 2 days of like legitimately getting after it.
Yes.
In the most lamest of terms, but once we got done, like that ride home was so long, and I was like, you drove me back to my house, and then
your serotonin is just
it's gone.
It's just erased. It's so depleted.
We did mushrooms, and then not only that, I had the best time ever. Like legitimately, I don't remember it. Like I can't imagine it going any better than it did. Like 100%.
It was so sick.
And the next day, like when we were driving home, it was just like everyone was just like quiet in the car, just like. Barely had the radio on. It was just like in the background, and nobody said a word, and everyone was just like, "That sucks that we have to go back to do regular shit." And then, and it was fun though. Like we got back, and that was Memorial Day weekend, so we took off. Like I think we had Monday off. Like I still had Monday off, so we had a nice extra recovery day. And then, like I thought, for sure, like I was like, "Oh, bachelor party's done. Like I still have some time before my wedding." My wedding was like not even like it was 2 weeks later. It was so fast. I couldn't believe how fast it all happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember if that was that or but before that all happened, rewinds and resting. You guys had a show in between my fucking bachelor party and my wedding.
We did. First show in a minute, man.
Yeah, man.
And it was a DIY punk show.
Very tight.
At the world famous Copycat building in Baltimore.
Baltimore City.
I partied there years ago. I was probably 19, 20. And I just and I remembered when I walked in for this show, I was like, I've been here before. I had deja vu.
Oh shit.
And I was like,
cool.
whoa, this is wild. And like I knew like there used to be an elevator there. And it's huge. There's fucking like 500 studios in this place. It's fucking massive.
Yeah.
So, backstory, whatever. Our boy Reed Beemore, the wire sculpture artist, lives in a top level called the Squeakeasy, which is a speakeasy. To get in, you have to like DM him on Instagram. He drops like a key from the top floor. You grab it. You go in the front door. You walk through like this gnarly fucking basement, and then you walk up 6 flights of Baltimore stairs that are straight up like this.
Yeah.
We get there to load in all of our fucking gear, all these amps behind us, everything. Because he was like, we've got a PA, but that's about it. And a drum set. So we were like, okay, we'll use the drum set. Tom brings breakables. We get there, man. And Reed's like, how much shit do you guys have? And I was like, oh, I brought it all. And he goes, there's 6 flights of stairs. And Gip's like, bro, there's an elevator. And Reed's like, that hasn't worked in like a decade. And I was like, I wasn't pissed, but I was like, bro, you should tell people that. I don't think anyone's going to play if you tell people that.
Yeah, man.
So we're like, shit. So I was like, can we just do a walkthrough first to see what we're doing? Dude, it's like a long walk just to get to the stairs. Then you have to walk up 6 fucking flights of stairs.
Dude, that's...
Like a flight of stairs is 2 24 stair fucking levels. At at least in this apartment complex.
Fuck, dude.
And it's hot. He looks at me. He goes, "Bro, we've been squatting here for 2 years. We unionized against our landlord, which is tight. I didn't know you could do that." I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's
Whoa.
badass. That's
Proud
badass."
of the people, man.
Because they're slumlords, you know.
Slumdog Millionaire, man.
Exactly. He goes, "We don't have any running water. We have electricity, but there's no AC. I got a bunch of fans." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "The elevator's broken. And, like, we're basically throwing ragers until they kick us out." And I was like, "Okay, interesting." So we walk up these 6 flights of stairs, and we walk into his studio/apartment. And, I mean, it was like being transported to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fucking, like, movie scene, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, just, it was insane. It's huge. I got a shitload of videos. I'll fucking post them and shit. But it was just like, I was like, oh my God, this is, like, I've been here. This is a fucking punk house. This is fucking amazing. I'm in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Then I look at Tom and Chris, and I was like, we have 6 flights of stairs to carry fucking full stacks up, bro.
Oh, my God.
So, dude, Gibbs amp, you know Gibbs bass amp?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we fucking struggled with that piece
I
of
bet.
shit,
That
dude.
thing's huge.
It's a 69 amp peg with 2 15s in it. It weighs, I don't know, 100 pounds.
Yeah.
It's got one handle on it.
Yeah.
So, like, dude, halfway up the stairs, I felt like I was going to pass out. And I looked at Gip, and I was like, hey, man, like, let's take a breather. I mean, we were taking breaks, but I was like, let's take a breather, man. Like, I'm going to pass out. And Gip looks at me, dead into my soul, and he goes, we don't need to do this. And I was just like, I find out that he meant, like, oh, we can, like, take as long of a break as you want. But I thought at that moment, he was like, we don't need a, yeah. And I was like, dude, we always play the show. You know? I was like, we've come this far.
Yeah.
Like, we have to keep going.
Yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings.
And he was like, oh, I wasn't saying, like, not to play. And I was just like, oh, but, like, I don't play.
Because he's so profound when he speaks.
Yeah, exactly.
He speaks, man, a few words.
But it took, I don't know. I mean, we were taking our time because you'd get one thing up those. Dude, just walking up and down without anything was exhausting. So carrying everything was like, you know, we'd get one thing up, take like a 15-minute break. There was no water, so there was like hot Michelob Ultras.
He's gonna die,
dude. So I was like,
heat exhaustion.
Yeah,
happens,
I was like, I guess we'll just drink hot Mick Ultras, man. But
I mean, it's like water.
So we stayed the course, man. And we set up and played a fucking tremendous show with this awesome band, Fever Dream. Shout out to Fever Dream. A bunch of like just like Baltimore people were there.
Yeah, man.
And there was a bartender. It was a speakeasy, so there was like, you know, you could get drinks.
Fucking rad, dude.
It was fucking
Cash bar.
We made a pack. We were like quick set. Once again, quick adventure, in and out.
Yeah.
We were like, we're going to play 20, 30 minutes and then like go. Because by the time we started playing, it was like midnight. And like we'd grow, and Gip was moving the next day.
Yeah.
Tom had broken ribs because he fell off a ladder, so he was like, I don't know how long he can play. We ended up playing for an hour just because we were like, okay, fuck
the
it.
adrenaline,
You know, because the minute that you hit that first note, it's like, this is why we carried fucking everything up 6 flights of goddamn Baltimore stairs. Which I'm telling you, bro, that the fucking angle on that shit was like 88 degrees.
88.
So like,
Just get a protractor.
I did. I measured it out. I'm an engineer, you know, so I measured it out.
My baby boy. Very, very intelligent.
But like a bunch of homies that were there, and they're all fucked up once we finish our set. Like Ian's there, like, you know, like the homies are there, and they're all like, "Dude, we'll help you take your shit down." Well, they're like, "We'll help you take your shit down." I was like, "No,
no wooks,
I was like,
no wooks, dude. Wooks don't commit."
I was like, "You guys are gonna die." Well, no, because they wanted to help, but I was like, "You guys don't need to help. You're gonna fall and die and like crush yourself with these amps."
Work, dude.
No, man, Angus helped. Rangus Mantooth himself.
Not as dumb as he looks.
I'm just bossed it up.
It's so fucked up.
Switched off his retard brain. Fucking. I did yoga with him tonight. It was psychedelic.
What a bargain, dude. Like, that's so cool.
But it was just good to get, like, you know, do a punk show again. So, and that like was the catalyst for like all these other shows we got, which is fucking rad, man. I'm stoked to be playing shows. It sucks for the studio because like everything's discombobulated, but you know,
hey, man,
we keep trucking forward.
You're ripping through shows, dude. You're seeing a bunch of, you know, boys.
You just gotta keep trucking forward.
You gotta keep going, dude.
So then we play that show. The next night we go meet up with Evan and Carly and have a tremendous meal at Sailor. 2 days after that, it catches on fucking fire. I'll cut all that in right now. And then 3 days after that, I'm leaving Annapolis at 7:30 in the morning to go to your wedding that starts at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
That then didn't end until midnight, bro.
Man, yeah, dude. So so all that happened, and then me and Kara were like, by the way, we're having an early ass wedding.
Yes, you were.
Well, dude, okay, to be completely transparent with you, it was probably the most intelligent move I've made all of my life.
100%. It was fucking phenomenal.
It was, man. So, so you fucking played a ripping ass show up in the fucking boonies, or like I guess the rafters of Baltimore.
Rafters of Baltimore. You could see the whole city.
Dude, I bet. Dude,
No
I
one,
bet you it was psychedelic as fuck.
Real quick before we move forward, no one has ever I said this that night because I was just like, sweating my balls off, delirious from carrying shit up 6 flights of stairs once again. I go to Dan. No one's ever allowed to say that Mount Wolf isn't the fucking best band on the planet. And he looks at me and he goes, I don't think anyone's ever not said that.
That's fucking tight.
I was like, all right, it's cool. So,
sorry. That's good. Well, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad that you feel accomplished for climbing stairs, man.
Fuck off, dude. You didn't even come. You were supposed to come, bro.
The fire department did that 9/11, man. 110 flights, man. Get over yourself. I'm just kidding, but seriously, get over yourself. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you, dude. I gotta talk shit with my boys. It's all good and fun. You can...
I like this phone setup. I can just
you can cuss me out. You can text me from there.
Actually, this is how
you texting me, telling me I'm fired.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck
your dogs. No, but so that happens. All that fucking killer shit happens, and then, dude, it's been a whirlwind. June has been a whirlwind.
Well, I get to your wedding at 11 a.m. and I'm greeted with a goddamn fucking bottle. 400 glasses of white wine, and then go ahead.
Nothing was left. Like as soon as it was kind of obnoxious, because I remember when me and Kara were doing the planning of the wedding. Like we sat down with the chef of the restaurant, which was a very good restaurant. We got married.
La Cuchara, shout out.
La Cuchara. Seriously, when you're in Baltimore, you want some great food and just a great atmosphere, and honestly, it's just beautiful, and their food
tremendous service,
out of this world. The service. You want to be treated like royalty?
Go to La Cuchara.
You go to La Cuchara, and you have a tremendous meal. So we were there, and we were doing the planning and everything, and they're like, the chef was just like, "Are you gonna want like a bubbly for the people to greet, for people to walk in?" And we were just like, "Absolutely!" Like we didn't even think about that. We're like, done. I didn't realize that they were just gonna. It was like bottomless bottles of. It was like brunch. It was bottomless brunch. Like everyone, I'm like, they just gave me bottles. They were just giving everyone a bottle. Like, here, just take this bottle.
I walk in. Troy's got a bottle in his arms, and he's like, "Welcome to the wedding."
He's like wasted.
9 a.m.
It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. My brother, 20 years old, wasted. I'm like, all right. And we're hanging out, and everyone starts trickling in, and I was like, oh, this is an early wedding, and it was like 11 o'clock was when it kind of like started, 11:15ish, and everything happened so fast that day. But I just remember seeing all the boys, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is great. And just like all you guys came and found me because I was like hiding from Kara, because I was like, I'm not supposed to see her before the wedding, before being married or whatever, see the aisle.
I walk in, she's wearing this beautiful dress with the whole 9 yards, and then she's like, I'll hug you later, and I'm like, where's Justin? She's like, he's hiding over there. So I walk back there, and you're just in a Hawaiian shirt with jeans on, and I was like, fuck yeah, because I asked you earlier in the week, I was like, are you wearing a suit? And you go, I'm definitely not wearing a suit. No. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And I go, okay. Yeah. So then all the boys show up, all the boys in the woods, which is what we coined the bachelor party, all rocking fucking tremendous, like awesome Hawaiian shirts.
So I was like, dude, I'm not trying to tell anybody what the fuck to wear. I was like, whatever makes you comfortable. I was like, I'm comfortable in a Hawaiian shirt.
Fuck yeah.
And like getting drunk with the boys, like fuck it, yeah, let's go. So yeah, and then like service was tremendous. Her brother Tyler. Was ordained and did our wedding and married us.
It was beautiful.
And his speech was like, dude, I don't know why, but like I was like, I thought I was taking pictures, so I was like, I can't cry because I didn't want it. Like I just didn't. I don't know.
You were cracking jokes. It was hilarious, dude. You were like doing a stand-up set in front of like all your family and friends and future wife to be.
I don't know why I was doing it.
It was tight.
I was just cracking it up. I was just shooting the shit with everyone. I was nervous. That's that's like when I'm nervous. That's like my fucking just humor is my like cure. So anyways, so we're sitting up there, and her brother marries us, and it was the best fucking, like, literally, like,
Killed it.
I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it.
Killed it.
And I was like, it took everything me not to cry. And I was like, in my eyes, I was like, oh, we're paying a lot of money for this photographer. And I was like, I don't want to be like ugly crying memes.
So
I didn't
cute.
want ugly crying memes.
That would have been
You know what I mean?
cute, dude.
Could've been, maybe I was like a beautiful cry. Like, is that how you cry? How do you cry? But yeah, and then we were like, okay, let's go sit down. And the cocktail hour, everyone's drinking, having a good time. Do the first dance and the 9, and then we eat and tremendous food. The meal
So
was
much
out of this
food.
world. Dude,
Holy shit, bro.
dude. So when we planned it, it wasn't supposed to be like that at all. It was literally supposed to be like buffet style, but they just instead they were just like, we're doing table service.
Dude, I had 3 plates of paella, 2 plates of like a full fucking filet mignon, fucking just like anchovies, like a sea of anchovies. They kept bringing as
cheese
many
boards.
cheese board, fucking the fucking
Dude, those fried oysters,
the croquettes, the
croquettes.
fucking dude, I was like,
dude, I've never eaten so much. And I looked around, and me and Kara were talking because we had the sweetheart table.
yeah.
I looked at Kara and I was like, this is the best day of my life.
Yeah,
I was like, I looked
their
around.
speeches. You gave a speech. You're like, I'm so stoked to be surrounded by like my favorite people on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm still crying. Well, I've got like cheese dripping down my face.
You're like, is that the manchego? Are those olives?
Yeah, dude, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then dude. After that, like I felt like Kara was like, we gotta say something, and I was like, all right, go ahead. Like, let's get up and say something. So. I'm just like, like Kara starts her little speech, and it was incredible. It was like heartfelt as hell. And then she like started getting choked up, and I was just like, I looked at her, and I was just like, I gotta like say this, because she was like getting choked up, and I was like starting to too, and I was like, I gotta like. So then I was just like, well said, babe. But anyways, and then I gave my little speech about everything, and then. You know, just seeing everybody there, and I was like, you know, the one thing I wanted to make certain was like, nobody's a friend here. Like, I have no friends. It's just family. And
I hate
like,
everyone here. I love you.
So I was like, I hate everyone here, but you're cool. You're cool. Actually, everyone here is cool because we invited you here. And it was incredible, man. I saw like everybody with my family was there. Like, you know, it was just good to see everybody. And then afterwards, we're like, you know, all the formal shit's done, and then we're drinking and partying and listening to music, and then we go, and then we're like, all right, we got to end it here, and then we go to the Wine Collective.
Shout out to Felipe.
Shout out to Felipe and the Wine Collective. Tremendous, again, another Baltimore establishment, owned by like just great people, and it was just a fantastic time. So we go there. On the way there, we're walking to the venue, the second part, and lo and behold, someone just barges out. And it's fucking Fred Armisen, dude, from SNL, like dude. Fucking Portlandia, and then we were walking with Kara's like best friend's mom, who is just like the perfect person, because like I saw him and I was like, I just like kind of was like, hey, how are you doing? And he was like, fine, and you know, that's all I wanted to do, because I'm not like, I don't want to like bother this man. Yeah. All of a sudden, dude, Kara's best friend's mom goes, oh, like freaks out, like does what you're not supposed to do when you see someone famous.
Moms are allowed to do that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. And she's like, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, because I really wanted to talk to him. And so she just stops the show, and she was just like, oh my God, you're the guy from SNL, and just goes off, and she's like, I love you. You're fucking hilarious, and all this stuff. She didn't say it like that, but she's like, you're hilarious. And it was like so funny, because you're just like, oh my God. And you could just see it in his face. He's like, you know, doing it, like, okay.
He's like, I'm just trying to get coffee.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just trying to get back to my green room, but thank you. And she's not letting it go, and she just looks at him, and the one thing she says to the guy, to fucking Fred, she goes, we're on first name basis, and she goes, sing for her. And I was just like, what? Dude? Like, you just asked this man that's like not trying to do anything but just get to his green room and
sing to the bride.
Sing to the bride. Yeah. Just sing to her. And he's like, sing what? And then out of nowhere, like without missing a beat, he just gets into the character. Jesus Christ. Yeah. And then he just starts doing this little song dance. He goes, congratulations. And he just starts dancing and does it for like a solid 30 seconds. And I was like, It had like a verse and everything. I was like, damn, okay. And then he just says, thank you. And then I was like, thank you so much. I was embarrassed for it. I was like, thank you, like, for your
Thanks,
song and
dude.
dance.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
seriously, like, thank you.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, seriously, congratulations. He was the nicest dude in the world.
That's awesome.
Like, so nice. And then all of a sudden, again, the mom goes, will you take a picture with him? And I was like, oh my God, you're bothering him again.
But that's
All right,
awesome
fine.
because you got
So then
it.
we got a picture with him, and it was awesome. And that was just the kickoff. And then we go in, and we're drinking like bottomless wine and just taking
and more cheese boards,
we had more food,
more anchovies. I was like, oh
we're
God.
just eating a lot of tin fish,
Yeah.
and just tremendous cuts of meat. What is it called? Charcuterie. Yeah.
Yes.
Just tremendous jams and cheeses and fine meats and great wine and
a
vermouth.
private-
the vermouth.
yes,
the vermouth.
The vermouth
In the private
is
room.
so good in a private room, VIP
with
all the way,
All the best people in the world.
and taking more pictures. I think I jumped on your back.
You got
I was having sex, yeah.
I can't wait to see our pictures.
I know. Well, let's get them.
They get 4 weeks, so 2 more weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, and then it's just like a whirlwind of fucking emotions, and we're like drinking and hanging out, and then we're planning the next stop, and then we go to after that we got after it there, and then what happened there?
Before we move on to the next spot, there was a pit stop in between. I don't know if you came. In fact, I don't think you came.
I don't think I did.
I walked out just to get, because I was looking for a place to take a nap. Because like at this point, it's like 5
it's
p.m.
like 5 o'clock, and we've been drinking.
Yeah, and
open bar.
And like this is just my move. I'm like, yes, open bar, and this
Yeah.
is my move. I'm like, I need to sleep it off, but I know that if I do, I'll wake up hungover, and the rest of my day's ruined.
Right.
And I fucking found you, and I was like, yeah, I'm drunk, and I'm like, you're like, T, what are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to find a place to take a nap, and you're and it's like an industrial warehouse.
Yeah, there's like a loading dock. I
Yeah.
was like, you sleep on the loading dock.
And no, you were like, you're not falling asleep this time, and I was like, you're right. So I rally.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if I just power through the next 10 minutes, I'll be fine for the next like 12 hours.
Yeah.
You guys all disappeared, but I'm outside just getting fresh air, and I look, and there's a place right next door to the wine collective called the Baltimore Distilling Company
Oh yeah.
that is just liquor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my cousin Cole was like, hey man.
I did walk in there.
You did? Okay.
I followed you in there because what's going on?
Yeah, well,
And
'cause
everyone else is in there.
Before, because before he was like, he looked at me and Bruce, and he goes, dude, if we're going to keep rallying, I need something more than just beer and wine. So I was like, there's a distilling place next door, and it's bet. So then I'm like trying to get fresh air, but also trying to find out where the boys are at. I look in, and I see Bruce and Cole with a flight in front of them of clear liquid, and I was like, they're getting after it. So I like beeline for them, and I was like, boys, what are you doing? Cole goes, we got a flight of sipping gin, and then just takes a shot of like one of the flight. And I was like, oh shit. So dude, within 10 seconds, we do like 8 shots of gin, bro.
You're just like, oh, that was good.
And I was like,
by the end of
alright.
it, you're like, was that gin?
Oh, dude, that shit was fucking straight hooch, man. That shit, I was like, I think I'm losing my eyebrows. And we were drinking like espresso martini. We were just drinking liquor about it, bro.
Yeah, I
Just
remember
like getting that. So you were there for that?
Dude, yeah, because because I got a milk fucking shot or whatever it was called.
We got milk punch.
Milk punch.
Milk punch,
I
bro.
bought milk punch because I was
Yeah.
like, that's a tremendous name.
Yes.
And it's not a tremendous drink. I'm not a fan.
I
sorry.
love milk
Milk
punch.
punch was not tight. It's just like if I wanted milk in punch,
It's lactose.
Like milk.
It's
fermented milk.
No, there's no milk. There's lactose and like a shitload of liquor.
Yeah.
And my boy Jake
Dude.
Garner, shouts to Jake Garner, in town used to make milk punch, and we would go and drink it illegally at the bar that I used to work at, because I don't think you're supposed to serve it, because it's like tempache. It's like fucking toilet. It's like jail hooch.
Yeah, I was drinking the fuck out of milk punch. For
Yeah,
no reason.
no reason at all.
And I was like, I drank one, and I was like, it's disgusting. And then you guys were like, remember you guys were flying or taking a flight of fucking gin. And I looked at you guys, and
As shots.
someone was like, I'm going to order a cocktail. And I was like, you don't want to get cocktails here. Like, to be honest with you, like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. They're fucking shit.
Dude, 100%, bro.
Suck.
That's why I keep
Like,
calling it hooch, dude.
Yeah, it's like not even. I don't even know how. I was like, it's not even good.
No,
I'm
they're
sorry.
just distilling
And
straight
when
hooch.
Their fucking like cocktails are just. I've had the worst old fashioned in my life. I've had in that bar.
It's just pure alcohol. It'll get you fucked up.
Yeah, it will get you fucked up, but at the same time, like you said, it's just hooch.
There's no flavor. It's pure alcohol.
Yeah, it's.
I think that's what they're there for. They're like, just get drunk, dude.
Like, this is the brewery's here. There's a winery. Just in between, just get shit hammered, and then you don't even know where you're at.
Yeah, just go blind.
You can go climb a fucking mountain.
Yeah,
because there's Earth Trek right there as well.
Yep.
You can climb fucking rock walls. You're like, what the fuck is this place?
So you guys all dipped.
So we dipped and we went to my place of employment.
That's right.
We went to Pariah.
We went to Pariah. We have like a beer pong tournament there.
Oh yeah, we were playing baseball.
We were playing baseball with randos.
We found out baseball ruins friendships and random encounters because Bruce got all shitty, pissy for no reason. He's like getting emotional over the game. It's such a competitive game. If you've never played baseball, look up the rules. I'm not going to explain it to you because it's really hard to explain. It's beer pong. It's beer pong and flip cup basically mixed together. You figure it out
with the rules of baseball.
So, anywho, fucking, it gets really competitive. And you can be the best friends and not even you can be an uncompetitive person.
You'll fight your friends.
You're gonna fight your friends by the end of the night, and no one's going home happy. Like someone's gonna be like, "We're never talking to him again," and I'm gonna kill your parents, and like all this shit. And then, but you're looking at these people and you're just like, God bless these guys, and we're playing just a gentleman's game of baseball, like just bullshitting, and we're playing with randoms. And these randoms were trying to figure the game out, and they did something wrong, and it just, because we had been drinking for almost 7 hours at this point, and it just fucking threw him off, and he was like, "No, fuck that." He was like, "That's not the rules," and the guy was like, "What?" And he just like, and Bruce got like fucking heated and like charged at the guy, and I was like, "Dude, this is my place of employment. You need to relax." And it's my wedding day, dude. Like,
I was just glad it wasn't me, because that happened
time.
at the bachelor party, but whatever.
Yeah, fucking, that's water under the fridge.
Yeah, 100%.
And literally, dude, so I'm like, okay, Bruce, like, chill out. Like, it's just fucking a game we're playing.
Like, no more baseball, like, beer pong only.
Yeah, we're playing beer pong.
We switched to beer pong. Bruce still thinks he's playing fucking baseball. So every time he catches a ball that someone, like, missed the table, he's like, he just kept screaming, "You're out." And I was geeking out. I just kept going, "We're not playing baseball." And he was like, "I forgot."
Dude, and he got so heated with that guy, and he looks at me, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "You think I'm gonna take shit from a 20-year-old?"
Yeah,
I was like,
that's so weird.
I was like, "What are you like?" No one's talking shit. I was like, they were just trying to figure out how we're playing.
Yeah, we were having a good time.
We were like having a blast, and he was getting. He just.
Well, the randos like they started getting like a little, and I looked at him and was like, "Hey, man,
you might want to back."
No, I was like, just how homie is. It's not personal. Yeah. We've been at a wedding drinking since 11 a.m. and they were cool with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and then like everyone there though, at that point, like everyone, we were like, all right. I was like, at that point, I knew, and I looked at Kara, and she's in there, like we're drinking beers, and it's a brewery, so there's only beers. So at that point, I'm like, I'm tired of drinking. I was just tired of drinking beers at that point. So
yes,
honestly,
same.
Honest to God.
I was drinking like triple IPAs, like doing flip cup, and I was like drinking like 10% beers with flip cup, and I was like,
it's like, this is not what you're supposed to do. So we all look at each other, and I'm like, all right, I'm going inside. I talk to Kara, and she's fucking lit up, cop. I'm talking. She's in her wedding dress, and she's looking at me, and her eyes are crossing, and I'm like, hell yeah, girl. Yeah. Like, it's our wedding, babe. I love you. And she looks at me, and she goes, I want to go to the strip club. And I'm like, really? On our wedding night? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, tight. She's like, we're going to Norma Jean's. And I was like, oh, we're going down the block. For those of you that don't know, in Baltimore City, next to the police headquarters, there is a block that is literally a city block of just strip clubs.
Like 12 strip clubs.
Strip clubs on both sides of the street, like just bodegas and shit all in between,
fucking
buried
awesome.
in between. And it's just like, it looks like fucking Vegas for fucking like a half a block. It's just all these lights and all this fucking go-go shit, and all these like ladies out front just like trying to lure you in, like, come on in, boys, the water's fine. And you walk in there and you're like, yeah, this is tight. And then, you know, these girls are dancing, and we go to Norma Jean's, which was like a predominantly like black establishment, which had like, honest to God, the best dancing I've ever seen in my life. And like no bullshit. Like it was a tremendous time. And
Well, 100. Well, I want to get into it
Yeah.
about Norma Jeans.
Yeah.
So before we delve deeper, so at this point, I get you guys had already left Pariah. I went to the bathroom. Those bathrooms there are the most fucking
Dark.
occult, psychedelic. Dude, like the wall was breathing. I was like, what is? I was like, did I take more mushrooms? I couldn't
Did
remember.
you see the very scary thing?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Lorenza ended up losing her like balance and like tried to like catch herself on a wall that wasn't a wall and like fell through like a
It was
fucking
a funny house.
dude. It was fucking wow. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I'm stuck in this bathroom. I come out. You guys are all gone, and once again, it's just Cam and I.
You dipped? We dipped on
You guys dipped on us, which is totally fine.
back
But
to back.
yes, exactly.
All
but
right,
so
payback's a bitch.
exactly. So then it's just Cam and I, and Danny and Cole.
Oh,
My cousin
that
and his
makes
wife,
So much sense now.
Who? So Cole didn't come to the strip clubs for your bachelor party,
No.
but that night I get a text at 9:38. I have the receipts.
Yeah.
I can pinpoint it. It's from Lorenza, and she says, "I'm at Norma Jean's. We're inside. Bring Danny." So that's what I come out of the bathroom. I've been lost in there. I don't know how long I've been in this fucking restroom. I come out and it's Cole, Danny, and Cam, and they're like, "Yo, where's everyone at?" And I was like, "Follow me." So I get a fucking Uber. They pick us up. This dude grabs us. We all get in. We're driving to Norma Jean's, and they're like, "Where are we going?" And I was like, "Oh, we're going to a strip club." And like, and Cam's like, tie. And like, I could just feel like Danny Cole, like, oh, but they were like that. They were like, "Oh, fuck yeah."
Yeah.
And they were like,
They were drunk.
and they were like, "Are Danny or are Kara and Justin there?" I was like, "Everyone's there," and they're like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, we're the fucking talking to town.
So we get to the block, and it's
it's
7:38 or 9:38. It was still light out, bro.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's summertime, bro.
yeah, so it was like whatever time it was light out, and
It was like 6 o'clock.
our probably 6:38. It was something 38. It was either 6, 7, 8, or 9:38. One of those.
Roll the dice, man. What's gonna
Exactly. So, dude, our fucking Uber driver lets us out, not in front of Norma Jean's, but just like in the like.
Oh yeah, in the middle of the street.
Dude, yeah, he was
Not
like,
even
"I'm not
close.
driving into the block," and I was
No.
like, "I don't blame you." So I get out, and we're all dressed
Yeah.
like up.
Yeah.
And I get out, and you know how it is,
yeah,
dude. Like
it's-
and it's not the girls out front. It's like all the bouncers, and
The
they're
dudes.
like, yo, yo, yo. But like, I know how to
Yeah.
fucking run the city, bro. I've walked those streets with you,
Yeah.
tripping on LSD, fucking at like 3 a.m. Like, I just know.
Yeah.
So I was like, like the first guy that came up to me was like, "Bro, come in here. It's gonna be fuck. We'll take care of you." And I
Yeah.
go, "Hey man, where's Norma Jean's?" And he goes, "All right, brother. All right."
Alright.
He's like, "It's around."
Have them lick your booty
No, he
hole.
was like, "It's fucking around the block to the left. You'll find it."
It's not. Yeah.
And I was like,
'Cause
"All
we
right, bet."
We went to the club that wasn't on the block. It was literally.
It was like an offshoot.
It was like an alley.
So we walk, like
Which
we're
is
walking, and I've got
tighter.
once again Danny and Cole. Cam, they're all fine,
Yeah.
but like I got like my
Yeah.
cousin and his wife. I feel protective, and once again, I'm not tripping, but I'm drunk enough to feel like a director. I'm like, I'm gonna get us to the place.
Yeah.
So I just see the name and lights, Norma Jean's, and I was like,
A little
yes,
rose on it.
dude. So we get in there. Cole goes, "Oh, I don't have any cash. I need to use the ATM inside, and I'll come back out to like pay
Pay the man.
the yeah."
Yeah, the cover.
So they go, "No problem," and I was like, "Tight." And then Cam looks at me and he goes, "T, I got you," and I was like, "Very tight."
That's
So
even tighter.
well, Cam and I
Yeah.
were the boys. So I walk in with Cole, and Cole, man, like a fucking sniper, finds the ATM, goes immediately, pulls out a bunch of money, goes, gets his fucking wife in, and like I'm already inside. You guys are like already just blasting off. There's these beautiful black women covered in tattoos and like 400 face piercings, just fucking getting after it. And I was like, this is where we need to be. Lorenzo's dancing with all these girls, and I'm like, this place is fucking
Yeah.
awesome. Oh my God, I was like, dude, Kara's fucking bridal gown. And it's like fucking covered in Baltimore dust, but it didn't matter because it was so fucking hot to see.
Yeah.
And like she's like humping these strippers, and I'm like, this is so. There's like 3 dudes in the corner eating fucking chicken wings, and like I'm buying $12 Miller Lights, dude. Cam's like, bro, do you want an adios, motherfucker? I was like, no, I was like, bring it back. Yeah, dude. So I'm chugging that shit.
That's what happened to you guys.
Yeah, when you were there,
I know, dude.
I don't remember seeing you once at Norman Jeans.
I was dancing my ass off.
Same, I was getting it.
Because they started playing like all the good music. They were playing all the rippers. Dude, they started playing, was it International's Players Anthem?
Oh, yeah. It was just nothing but Outkast.
Dude,
and fucking,
I was just that song came on and I was a different person.
Dude,
Kara
it was
like,
just.
I married him.
And Patrick and his wife Nikki were there.
Yeah,
and
everyone's like.
Nikki and Danny are looking around like, what is this? I don't know if I like this, but it's tight. And Patrick's like,
everyone's having the time of their life. Cole is like having the time of his life.
Throwing ones.
Kara botched it. Did I tell you what she did? Did you see what she did?
Did you see what she did to me?
No,
so you go first.
Okay, so Kara, like we get like $100 out in once, right? Kara, then we go to the bar. This is as soon as we get there. Like this was right before you guys got there, so it was so. I was like, it was the first marital like me being like, oh my god, what?
Who did I marry?
This is what happened. So we get a fucking $100 worth of bullshit, right? Come to the bar and we order 2 like gin and tonics or whatever, just drinks. So they come and then Kara goes to pay with a card and do he was like, oh yeah, I'll just start a tab, and the girl behind the bar was like, it's cash only, and I was like, what the fuck, and Kara was like, what the fuck too, and I was like, shit, because all we had were 101s, so she said it was like 28 something, and I was like, Kara literally goes. She just looks at me in the face. She goes, I'm not counting this. And just threw $100 at this lady.
Okay.
Like $100 at her. Like immediately.
Similar experience.
$100. Like, and I was like, dude, I was like, babe, it's like happy hour. Like
you're acting like Bruce.
I was like, you just threw $100 at this lady for 2 drinks. And I was like, she's not even the stripper. And I was like, God damn it. So we got to go get, and then I'm like, and again, this is as soon as we get here, I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I went out and got another $100. And by the time I came back, I come around the corner. You guys had just pulled in and like walked in the door, and I'm coming around because it took me there's a line to get into the fucking ATM, and I get the money and I'm walking back, and you guys are all there. You guys are sitting there and like partying, and Kara is literally like, someone gave her other cash because she's just throwing money in the stripper's ass, and girls are allowed to do whatever they want in a strip club. Like if a guy did that, we're going out. We're not being allowed out in here anymore. Like you're done.
That's why it's so much more fun to go with women.
That's what I was like. This is tight.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. And I was like, this is the greatest wedding ever because like, I just got married about 10 hours, and not after 10 hours, not even a full 24 hours. Me and my wife were like, we're going to the strip club tonight on our wedding night
with our best friends.
With our best friends, and just getting fucking ratchet. And what did we do? Exactly that.
So that's hilarious that she threw all that much. So that's flashback to fucking Bruce doing that same exact thing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm doing the same exact thing that I do every time I go to the strip club. I'll pull out like $80, pretend I have $1,000. This is the rule for strip clubs.
Yeah, $80.
Dude, every time a girl's dancing, if you're up by the table, $1, 3 minutes pass, the song's almost over, throw another $1. Then they walk back around, you fucking give them another $1, and they'll grab it with their titties, they'll fucking grab your hands, they'll make you like touch them all over, give them another $1. So that's $4. You still have 76 more. Okay? And there's like 1,000 more dancers. Hey, and that's how you keep having fun.
Bargain shopping.
So, dude, right before we did, I'm like sitting there, and I've already spent like $80. I was like giving money to Lorenzo. We're having a blast. We're doing the way that you're supposed to do it. I grab another $80 out. I was like, I might, like, we're about to dip.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I might spend maybe $10 more. I put it in my front pocket.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, I found myself, I'm dancing like a motherfucker, bro. Like, I'm fucking, the music is popping. The girls are loving us. Kara's fucking dancing. Like, we're surrounded by babes.
Yeah.
They're all dancing with the girls. The girls are like gravitating towards us because it's just us.
Yeah, it's just us in there.
And like
like
4 dudes eating chicken wings once again. Bro.
Yeah.
Kara's like this girl has like this beautiful ass, just hands on, like doing downward dog, fucking just popping her pussy on Kara. And Kara's like this against the wall. And I'm standing next to both of them with like 2 other strippers in front of me, and I'm like having a blast. Bro, Kara sees me pulling ones out of my pocket.
Oh, no.
Just one at a time, just like, woo, like this is awesome. Kara goes, oh, pulls out the entire stack and just throws it, and I go, no. I was like reaching up.
Dude, I was trying to get home.
I'm like reaching for it. I'm like, I just see like the rest of the money just, and I was like, it doesn't even make it rain. It's just like a fucking fat water catch all at once. And
I
like
hit her hard. She's like, dude, what the fuck was that, a paper wasp?
Well, my move is to make paper airplanes and try to throw it in their pussies and tits and shit because it's fucking hilarious and they love it. And they'll come back around and they're like, I like your skills.
You got good
you got really good origami. Yeah. But dude, I was just like, Kara, you did the move where you don't. You throw it all at once. So Kara,
like Bruce,
let us teach you. Exactly.
Like,
well, that's the thing. So Bruce, I don't know if you saw it, man.
Dude, he almost got kicked out. I had to convince the guy.
Cole and I have a theory that he got fucking swindled. Because I definitely got swindled like 3 times at that club. I would pull out once. Yeah. No, I would pull. It was, you go to the ATM, pull out like 20s at a time. Then you would go to the bar and like ask for ones. Unbeknownst to me, there was a list of rules. I'm drunk, so I can't like read English. Yeah. It was like, if you ask for like every one that you ask, we take for like 3 back or something like that. So it was like, if you give us a 20 and ask for 21s, we're gonna give you 17 back. Yeah. So I didn't know that, and so I was like, I had $60, and I was like, can I get 61s? And I was like, can I get 61s? Because then I was going to pay for the $12 Miller Lite out of those ones. And then like I'm counting it because you always have to count your money at a fucking strip club. And I was like, 53, and like it was, and I was like, but I wasn't, like I just had that look on my face, but I wasn't going to argue with it because we're out of our element. We're in our element. Yeah. But like out of our element.
We're not stirring any fucking pots.
So I go, okay, fine. So I'm like, I already got swindled. It's fine. But then that's when Bruce comes in, and he's getting yelled at by his security. And I'm like, you know what? This time I'm not going to interject. Yeah. Apparently.
Bruce botched it 100%.
Okay, but according to Cole.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Can I tell you first?
Cole wasn't there when it happened.
Yeah, we were. They came after us.
Because of Bruce. No, this was because of Bruce.
So they said Bruce didn't pay his cover.
Right, he didn't.
Okay.
So what happened was, Bruce, this is what happened. Yeah. We walk in, and Bruce is in front of me. And this is why it took so long, because Bruce is trying to, like, he's in front of me, like, pulling cash out. And he's, like, struggling. I'm like, dude, do you not know your PIN number? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'm trying to get money out. And he's like, keeps putting his card in, and it's like, decline. And he's like, we get through it, and I'm like, all right, what's your PIN? He's like, this one. And I do it. As soon as we're done, I look at this card, and I was like, dude, this is your fucking credit card. You're trying to, like, I was like, you're about to take a cash advance out.
Oh, no, yeah.
Of like $200 on your credit card. And he was like putting in his bank cards thing. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. And then he starts arguing with me. I'm like, all right. So I get some cash out. I give the bouncer who, like, he was talking to me. He's like, I'm kicking your boy out. I was like, I looked at him and I go, you do whatever the hell you want with that guy. He's like, well, no. It's like, he's with you. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about him.
Damn, bro.
Because he was all fucked up. I was just like, this is what happens. Like, teach him a lesson. Get him out of here. Like, legit, man. I was like, get him out. If he's going to be a dick and, like, not pay. So I was like, whatever. Yeah. So then I was like, all right, fine. So I finally, like, felt bad. I was like, Bruce is just sitting at the strip club, like, at the bar, just looking.
He was. And girls.
And then I was like, okay, fine. So I fucking pulled out the money. I gave it to the dude. It was like $20 to get him. Yeah. And I was like, here's him. I was like, this is for him. And he was cool. And the guy was like, me and the bouncer were tight. I was like, it's all good. And he's like, yeah, it's all good. So then Bruce, I think, finally, like, figured out his card, and he got more money out. But, like, that's what happened with Bruce.
Okay.
So Bruce did not get swindled. He literally just was a
Cole was like, I could have sworn he paid. because I just
he never has cash. Bruce never has cash.
Well, same, but like that's the reason that I paid for all the groceries at the fucking because he's so fucking impatient.
Yeah.
He was pulling his shit out before it said to pull it out.
Yeah, he was like,
and then his card gets declined because the bank's like cut him off.
Yeah, he's like he did it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb. It's all right. He's a good boy, but he's a dingus.
So, Kara spends all my money for me. Nice. That was beautiful. It's a good look.
It's a good look.
Spilling Natty Bone a ham shirt, bro.
There will be blood, boys.
There will be blood. So Kara spends all my money for me, which was awesome. I was like, you know what? If that was anybody else, I'd be pissed, but it's your wedding, babe, and I love you, so
It's
you can do whatever.
She
just went...
I didn't know she did that.
No one did it, but it was just me, and I was like, no. In fact, Lorenza bitched at me. She was like, how much money did you spend last night? I was like, well, I only wanted her to spend 80 and then pulled out another 80. I was only going to spend 10 of that, but then Kara like spent, and she was like, Tyler.
Yeah, like, you're supposed to be in charge.
She was like, rent's due tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you never have money.
Dude, that's hilarious. I can't believe that, dude. That night was nuts. And to be honest with you, like after leaving there, like
where'd you guys? You guys went to Subway?
So, dude, oh my god, yeah. So we left there, we walked out, and I thought everyone walked out with us. Because you guys didn't come out with us.
No, man, I stayed.
So I know, and I was like, because it was a bunch of people, so I was like, oh, we all left, and I was like, it's time to go. I was like,
it was hard to keep track of everybody.
Yeah, and I was like, we walk out, and it was like me. I forgot who. I don't. It was me, her cousins, and Brad and Tara, and then I think Patrick. Oh yeah, Patrick and Nikki and Jamie, all came out with us, and I thought it was everybody. I thought everyone came with us, and we're walking through the alley, and we're like, "What are we doing now?" Like we were still like we were fucked up, and we almost went to Power Plant
to do karaoke.
Yeah, but we didn't. So we like started going towards Power Plant, and Kara just stops us, and she just goes, "I am not doing this on my wedding night. I don't want to go to Power Plant here." And I was like, "Thank God," because I didn't want to go either.
Yeah.
So then we're like, all right, fine. So we start going the other way, and I was like, "Let's go to Mick O'Shea's. It's a fucking Irish pub up the street, closer to our hotel." And we're walking there, and I just look at everybody, and I just look at my wife, and I look at her, and I was like, I want to bang her right now. And like literally, I was just like, I'm done. I'm shutting this shit the fuck down.
Yeah, it's
I was like, I look at Kara and I was like, man, I was like, we're done. This is it. Thank you guys for coming, but we're going to go home now. And literally, we look at each other, and Kara like takes the cue, and she was just like, yeah, you're my husband. I was like, you're my wife, baby.
Yeah, let's go bang about it.
Let's go bang and talk about
consummate this marriage, dude.
I was like, we got to be legit. People are going to be wondering, like, you know, like Jesus bought you.
Yeah.
So then we go, we start walking, and then, so we're with all her friends, and then all of a sudden, I look at Kara, and I was like, we're going home. I was like, we're walking to our hotel, because we were, like, within, like, a couple blocks. So she was like, okay, fine. And I just looked at everybody and go, I had a wonderful time. Thank you guys for coming, and we're dipping now. And they're just like, what? And I was like, call an Uber. We're dipping. And I just shut it the fuck down, because I was like, I was all fucked up. I was like, dude, I just need to go. I was like, it was like 12 hours.
12 hours
just fucking just
partying.
And like you said, serotonin's just on all-time low at this point, because I'm like done. I'm just like, okay. And then her cousin's hotel was close to ours. Like they were staying in another building, but in between our hotels was this 24-hour Subway sandwiches. So we were walking back together, and then all of a sudden we're like, let's go get Subway. Dude, we got 2 sandwiches, and dude, we got swindled. Talking about getting swindled. You thought you got swindled at a strip club? I got swindled at Subway. I bought 2 fucking sandwiches, dude, with chips and a drink. $40
Oh my god, dude!
I looked at these people. I'm like, what the fuck did we get? And I just got the regular shit. I was so
no double meat, nothing.
Nothing,
God
dude.
bless.
Just like a regular old boy, dude.
God damn.
Almost like a $5 foot.
They swindled you, bro.
Swindled. I got fucking, but I was too fucked up to argue. I was like, I'm not
you don't. There's no arguing in the city as a white boy. You're like,
you got it. You got it. I'm not paying full price, but you got
me.
You owe me next time we be back here, man. I'm coming back for you. No, but we did that, and I was like, fuck. And we ended up walking back to the hotel, and we banged the night away.
That's fucking beautiful. Yeah. I ended up noticing that you guys were gone.
Yeah, and then I realized, I was like, where is everybody?
Well, you left with not us.
No.
You left with half the wedding party and left the other half back. So we're still at Norma Jean's, and I'm like, at this point, I don't have any money. I'm not hitting the ATM again. And, like, the bouncers was, like, starting to notice, and I was like, all right, we got to go. So we get out. Lorenza's already out front, like, in this beautiful dress by herself at, like, 11:30, I guess. Because, yeah, we got home at, like, midnight. But just, like, on the block, just smoking a joint. And just, like, all these dudes just like, yo, what's up, girl? And she's like, fuck off, man. I'm smoking a joint. So I'm like, babe, let me hit that joint. I don't smoke weed. Especially not when I'm fucking wasted.
That hard.
So I smoke this joint, dude. I'm like, let's go. I'm smoking this joint. And Cole and Danny come out after me. Cole's like, this place rips.
Yeah.
Danny's like, I love this strip club. And then Cam comes out after them, and I was like, Cam, what's your plan? And he's like, I'm going home, and then just disappears into the Baltimore night. And I was just like, all right, peace, Cam.
He does that, dude.
So Danny gets us his Uber. It takes, like, I don't know, a couple minutes to come pick us up. We get in the car, and within 20 minutes, everything hits me, and I throw up in my mouth. And I swallow it. And I throw up in my mouth again. And it's more. And I swallow it again. And I throw up in my mouth again. And then I'm like trying to keep it from coming out of my nose, bro.
Yeah.
And so I can't talk, right? And like we're cruising.
Don't bear on ass.
And I look at Lorenza and I'm like the deaf Uber driver. I'm like, tell her to open the window.
Yeah.
And she's like, just tell her to open the window. And I was like, and she's like, oh shit. So she's like, hey, can you open the window? And like, window rolls down, and I swallow it again, but it all comes out of my nose. Luckily, Lorenza's hands are right there, so she catches it, right?
That's a fucking...
I know. I'm marrying her tomorrow. R.I.P. So she sits for the rest of the ride with her hands like this, just holding my fucking vomit, and I'm just like head out the window like... I fall asleep with my head out this window. Next thing I know, bro, we are stopped on the side of the road on the highway looking at signs to Rockville and Silver Spring.
You guys are gone, dude. Where did you
Cole
go,
lives in Odenton,
right?
Which is, for all y'all listeners, not close to Silver Spring or...
That was way out of the way.
It was way... What was the other place they said?
Rockville or Silver
Rockville,
Spring?
yeah. Cole has just bought a new crab, but hadn't updated his Uber address. He bought a new crab. He got a couple hermits.
He got a couple crabs.
He got some crabs from Norma Jean's. It was tight. He bought a new crib and hadn't re-updated his address in his Uber to the new spot. So, like, when he sees signs for Silver Spring and fucking wherever that other fucking shithole is,
He can too.
He goes, oh shit, this is wrong. So we pulled over. I thought we were pulling over for me, and I'm like hanging out the window. I'm like, I already told you I'm good. Meanwhile, Lorenza's still holding my puke, and they're like, dude, this is not for you. Like, we botched it. So I was like, oh, can I go back to bed? They're like, yeah. So then I come to again in front of Cole's house, like another 30 minutes away, bro. Yeah. Like, it would have been real bad if we actually ended, like, if everyone fell asleep and we ended up
at his old crib.
Oh, dude, that would have been bad, bro. Could you then that's another 45 minutes back to where he lives. Oh, holy shit, that would have been miserable.
That's what I was like, was your Uber like $500?
Oh, I have no idea, dude. Shouts to Danny, dude. Shouts to Danny.
Yeah.
It actually, no, because I kept swallowing the vomit, and Lorenza held it in her hands, so, like, we didn't get that $1,000. Yeah, we didn't get that $1,000 upcharge. But while you're, I guess, getting fucking Subway, I'm walking into Cole and Danny's house, fucking ready to expend all of my demons, all the puke that I have inside of me. So I go in, fucking 4 fingers down the throat, get it all out. I don't know how long this takes, bro. It might take 30, 20, 45 minutes. I don't know. So I'm wasted. And I'm just expending the demons. But I get out. And what greets me but over $100 of DoorDashed McDonald's. And they poured it all out onto this tray. So I walk out to baking sheets filled with French fries. 8 Big Macs. And I just start sucking it down. And sucking it down. And munching. And biting. And chewing. And swallowing. Justin's taking a piss, so I'm telling the story just to you guys. My boy got up on me, he did. But it's all good. It's all good. So I'm eating this McDonald's, man. And let me tell you something about McDonald's. If I eat McDonald's. So I was telling the people, bro, like when we finally got to Cole's house, I get out and immediately run to the bathroom and just like make myself puke. And I ended up puking for probably 45 minutes. Dude, I don't know. It was either 20, 10, 30, or 40 minutes. I don't know.
5 seconds.
It was like a fucking
Eternity.
time warp. Like I was just like 4 fingers forcing it all out. 11 hours.
4 fingers.
Yeah, I had it
Big
because
bowl.
2 wasn't. I was like nothing's happening. So
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah,
I was
you,
like
you
fisting my
fisted your
throat.
throat. That's cool, man.
So and I felt better. Like I finally didn't have the spins. But I get out and I was just telling all the people that they had DoorDashed like a couple $100 of McDonald's to the crib. So and they had already like poured it on. So I'm greeted with like baking sheets filled with French fries, all the sauces you could imagine.
Yeah.
8 Big Macs, McDoubles,
Dude.
chicken nuggets. So I just,
Can you imagine?
I didn't know it. I can't
You
because
look
it happened.
I have to tell you what happened about that.
So I eat all this McDonald's, and I was just getting on a tangent that usually, if I'm sober and eat McDonald's, makes me feel like absolutely shit immediately. If I'm drunk and eat McDonald's, I wake up no hangover. No. We were also drinking More Labs Morning Recovery all throughout the day, which is
huge shout out.
Works and is tremendous, and can't wait for them to sponsor Cast for a sponsor, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Dude, can you get some in your mouth?
No, dude. Yeah, it's terrible. It was the only other beer that wasn't non-alcoholic, and this shit sucks, dude. Dude, I hate fucking ales, bro.
You know what you need? A good old fucking Pilsner or a fucking
That's all you need is a Pilsner, dude.
This isn't a Pilsner. I hope you know
That's
that.
a lager. I know.
This is a Bohemian Rhapsody, dude. Freddie Mercury
it's a Bohemian lager.
It's a national monument.
Yeah, it's a Bohemian lager.
This is a monument, dude. Look.
It's the best. Well, that's what Zadie's is. Zadie's is a lager, but like I like light beers.
Lager.
So what happened with your McDonald's?
So it's a Thornton move. I'm on to Danny and Cole's move because the same thing happened with us. But one time when we did it with them, because they did this. That's their absolute move. Are you being edited right now? Are you serious?
No.
Did everybody says how if you puked?
That would be
no, but anywho, so they've done sorry, that's their fucking move, dude. When you get done getting shit hammered with the Thorntons, aka the beautiful Daniela, and the
Cole Andres.
Just Cole. It's just Cole. No, I'm just kidding.
Cole
The beautiful
Andres.
Cole Andres Thornton. Their power move is to be like, by the way, we're going home. We got the Uber, and guess what? There's going to be $3,000 worth of McDonald's.
Waiting for us.
But when they ordered it, Daniela only ordered chicken. Everything. It was chicken McChickens and
That's
like 30-piece,
bro.
like 40-piece nuggets.
Yeah.
It was fucking psychedelic.
Yeah.
And I had never had this sauce from McDonald's before, and Cole was like, "This is my favorite sauce." I've never had hot mustard from there before, ever. And
it's so good, dude.
And then it was like that and like barbecue sauce, and then I think that was it. And maybe some sweet and sour. But I was just fucking up that hot mustard, and I was like, "Where the fuck has this been all my life?" I had no idea it existed. And Cole's like, "This is what we always get." I'm like, "Oh, dude, I don't know. Like, I didn't know that there was a hipster menu at fucking McDonald's, dude." And so I get pissed, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude, they got hot mustard." I've been just eating barbecue sauce my whole life, and just like ignorant.
Because the barbecue sauce rips, but dude, the hot mustard at McDonald's is so good.
My move is to dip one side. This is what I do with a McNugget. I get now. As of late, I've been getting a hot mustard and a barbecue, right? and then I'll dip one side in the hot mustard and the other side in the barbecue, and then it's a quadrant. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking
It's a
delicious.
smorgasbord, bro.
Just it's mouth for your flavor, dude. But on that note, I think it is time to
We gotta end this. We gotta
wrap
land
this up
plane,
because
yeah.
we gotta fucking
We've been here since 7 o'clock.
it's fucking like 3 o'clock in the morning. No,
It's
but
10.
No, it's 10 o'clock.
We've been here for 3 hours. Yeah.
We definitely did like a 4-hour podcast.
We've only been here 3. I just can't not drink anymore.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys all for watching.
Welcome back to the Heavy Riffs
Heavy Riffs
Podcast, the
Podcast.
best podcast on the internet.
Thank you for watching again.
No jam, but like you heard about
Yeah.
like our tremendous lives.
You just heard about like a lot. You've missed a lot. We've been around. We've been gone a lot. A lot happened.
Don't be a
And don't be a pederast. Hang out with the boys and smoke some grass. And kiss your mom on the mouth.
Good night. Dude, I've been farting so much and it smells so bad.
I love the smell of my own farts, dude.
Come here, smell this one. Come here, smell this
Alright.
one. Dude, it's lingering. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
Ew!
What is that? I don't know what it is.
We've been eating fentanyl, dude. That shit is deadly as
Dude,
fuck.
that's
Go
IPA
shit your
farts.
pants.
That's why I don't
Wipe your
drink.
ass, dude.
That's why I don't drink IPAs,
You
bro.
need to wipe your ass.
Those are IPA farts.
Dude, those are
I
like
wipe
you
my ass.
shit. Dude, I wipe my own ass. You need to stop pooping in your own pants. Shit the
It's
pants.
bad. It's bad, dude.
Pants shitter.
I do not poop my
You're
pants.
a pants shitter.
All right, good night.
Love you.